Hey, Dips. Bascarde. Look, I'm here. Look what you said on there already, man. We'll start taking bets. We're not betting people, man. How late or rather, I'm 20 minutes early. Actually, I was supposed to start at dusk, yeah. Then I changed it to 10:30, then 11, and obviously, so I am really, in essence, late. But yeah. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting show today. So my show today is basically going to take the wind out of Fudu Faz's show because he's got a big reveal tomorrow. We're going to reveal it today, yeah. I think it's called a Karni Nama, yeah, and Raja Nama, yeah. So we're going to go through it because they're going to go through it, so it's not going to have the impact afterwards. Guys, just listen to it here, guys. Come over. You can watch it here. It is quite interesting though because I've seen it before, and to be honest with you, I've never really. I'll go over it later with Raindrop, but certain things I don't take as legit unless it's in the City Guru Granth Sahib. Yeah, that's what I take as 100%. Everything outside of that, I kind of question sometimes. Okay, I don't really take that, and I don't take that. I don't think that's legit. That's legit. So I'll read it, and let me say, a lot of people are triggered. They're triggered. They're triggered. Oh my god! And I'm not gonna lie, it's very controversial. No wonder they go, just big, and now they got this. It's like a double slap, yeah. And the big bad Raja, is bullying them. Oh, we're the victims. For 4 years, Raja's been destroying us. We're victims. Yeah. Come on, guys, man. If you write yourself down as the victim, yeah, then it's kind of showing how weak you are being a victim to one little fat Sikh. Yeah. It's kind of like, it's almost like me saying I'm a victim, yeah, to getting bullied by a 5-year-old, yeah. And then I'm advertising it. I got bullied by a 5-year-old. Help me. That's how I think with them because I'm so outnumbered. And they're going, the big bad Raj. Now, I'm going to go through a couple of things here. First thing, I'm going to tackle Amy straight away because obviously there was a miscommunication. And I said a few things before. And obviously, it wasn't very nice. But, we look here. There's certain things here that I obviously said that I've said before. And that's what I would say when I'm pissed off here. Because I thought she was accusing me or something. In fact, she got her lines crossed and I got my lines crossed here. So let me go over it quickly. So she said I was threatening her. And I was like, what do you mean I'm threatening you? I didn't understand. Like, I thought she was lying about me. Like, saying I'm threatening her because I never threatened her. But so let me tell you what the misconception was here. I was telling her, about Triller. And then she goes, Raj, don't make me show our DMs, yeah? I thought she meant ours in this, yeah. I thought she meant these DMs, yeah. I was like, hold on a second, I haven't said nothing to you, yeah. And I was like, all right, I don't care if you want to show our DMs. So I said, do it. I will show it today. She was under the impression that I was going to show Triller's and Amy's DMs. Now I have no care about those DMs. I don't have them. Don't want them, yeah. I've seen enough bullshit as it is from a freaking, Skitsy Witsy. So I said that. So she thought I was talking about the private DMs from Triller and her. I thought she was talking about these DMs. So I said, do it. We'll show it today, yeah. She said, show what? I said, I never write anything to you I do not want shown. So stop being in your feelings. So I was saying about this because anything I've written, thinking. So she goes, whatever, Raj, don't threaten me. Just carry it. So I was like, what? What do you mean threaten you? Like, I haven't threatened you. Threaten? No. She thought I was threatening to disclose private text messages between her and Triller, and we both had our wires crossed. And so obviously, it's a little bit of a miscommunication. Obviously, I apologize to Amy for that thingy, but you still are a cow in the drill of the highest order. It was a miscommunication. Sometimes shit happens as long as we realize thingy. So let me just quickly do this. So we're going to go through 3 things. I'm going to get, I don't know if Flexi should jump on because I don't have to argue with bloody, I can't remember if he gets him with Shirky. I'm not Shirky, Gambi. I'm going to try and get Gambi on. Yeah. Gambi. Gambi. Uh, yes, I am still training. I had to get my weight down to 12 stone. I'm going to be putting a training video. I'm not 12 stone. The problem was I had to lose the weight. Yeah, so I haven't trained for like 2 weeks. Yeah, I need to lose like half a stone, and I couldn't get rid of it. So I'm actually at my optimal weight now. And so when I'm actually training, I can twist more now. Yeah, so I just practiced a little bit today. I can really twist a lot more. I'm a lot faster and nimbler. Yeah. Um, uh, Now, let me say something here. I'm only going to talk about Triller one time today. After this, yeah, I will never talk about Triller again, yeah, unless he speaks about me or if he's in a conversation where I see he's saying stuff about me. Now, I have to clarify something here. I've blocked him on my channel, yeah. I used to email him, yeah, and no more emails, yeah. I've blocked that as well. With you lot, I don't want you to say anything disrespectful to the guy, and I don't want no nonsense, yeah. I don't hate the guy, but he's too unreliable. Yeah, I can't have weak links here, which are getting me into a situation where I'm kind of like being compromised. This is why I say I always like to be by myself here because I can't rely on people. Yeah, if I rely on people, they're always going to disappoint me, and I'm disappointed if I'm being honest with you. So for me, what I'm going to do, I'm just not going to talk about him. I don't want people to cuss him out either. I don't want any kind of like thingy on this channel. Whatever you do on another channel, do your thing. Now, for me, I'm just going to explain why I've made my decision, yeah? And I'll tell you the reasons why. I don't have no problem with Triller per se, yeah? When I first spoke to him, he seemed like a pretty decent dude. Wanted to kind of like, you know, make amends with different communities, which is fine. Yeah, that's up to you. Had a few chats, a little bit heated discussions, and then we emailed in the background, yeah? So we had a bit of communication and stuff like that. We got to kind of common sort of like ground about, okay, he's got his way, I've got my way. I was like, fair enough, do your thing, yeah. Then I started letting him onto the Sikh shows and stuff. Now, one of the things is he assumes that I started to do the Sikh shows because of him, but I'd started the Sikh shows a long time prior to that. So I'm not sure where he got that from. Now, the final straw for me has been in the last couple. I mean, first of all, some warning signs started to come. First one when he offered out to fight me. And I was like, what do you mean you want to fight me? And then I heard on their channel that he said he wants to do it for publicity and all this. I was like, dude, man, like, what are you doing? So I was like, all right, leave it. I emailed him. I said, look, yeah, bus got it. Yeah, I don't need that kind of shit. Yeah, I don't really want to be fighting a fellow Sikh here for the amusement of others. Yeah. Now, yesterday, when he jumped on, he was very disrespectful to me. Tell him to shut up, to do this, to do that. And obviously, I lost my call with him as well. Yeah. I was like, who do you think you're talking to and all that kind of stuff. Then what happened was that basically he emailed me saying that, okay, I'm not going to go back on Faz's because it's rubbish and blah, blah, blah. And this whole internet stuff is rubbish. I was like, all right, fair enough. Cool, whatever. You've made a good decision. Then I wake up today and I jump on to see Faz's and he's on there. Yeah. And not only is he on there, I felt like myself personally, he was getting ridiculed and they were taking a piss out of him. And he was just saying, nah. You know, he was trying to negotiate some sort of truce between me and Faz. And let me tell you something, no truce will ever happen. You're going to have to put a bullet in my head. And I mean that truthfully. You're going to have to put a gun to my head and blow my brains out before I'd ever go into any truce with anybody here like that. And I'm being straight with you. If you want to do it, you're going to have to, the only way you're going to do it is to get rid of me, my actual freaking physical being. Yeah. And so that happened when he was on there. Yeah. And I was like, okay, this was the final straw for me. I was like, all right, they're doing your BSD. They're taking a mick out of you. And I'll play one or two bits just to prove my point as how they were taking the piss out of him. Yeah. Now, what happened was this year, I emailed him, yeah, and I gave him an ultimatum. The same ultimatum I gave Haki the date. I phoned Haki the date, though, and I said to Haki the date, dude, if you're going to jump on there, me and you're going to fall out, whatever. You make your decision now, yeah. I gave him an ultimatum. With Triller, I didn't give him an ultimatum for the last 50 times he jumped on. I advised him. Then I gave him an ultimatum today. I said, listen there, make your decision. Either you're going to go on Faz or you're going to go on mine. And you can't have both. And so he made the decision. 2 minutes later, he's on Faz's. So I've made my decision. I blocked his emails. I've blocked him on this chat. And I basically do not want to talk about this guy. I don't want to really know about him. He's too unpredictable. Some of the stuff I heard him say on Faz's afterwards, kind of taking indirect shots at me, kind of almost like, in my opinion, I might be wrong. It sounded like he was almost trying to like do the road talk. Yeah. Oh, good dog, Gambi. Yeah, I'll send you the link in a bit. Yeah, I'll send you the link in a bit. So Gambi was on there before. Yeah. Now the thing is this. Yeah. If you're gonna go on there, that's fine, but you're gonna have to be able to handle yourself. Yeah. Like Boops goes on there, he can handle himself. Gambi went on there today. He handled himself. Yeah. And I'll play a bit of Gambi on there. Yeah. And when he went on there, he handled him. He got enough knowledge and knows not to get taken the piss out of you, and just do what you're gonna do. I personally would advise people not to go on there. Yeah. And especially if you can't tell they're taking the piss and you can't tell that they're literally kind of like mocking. Yeah. And so I'm just like, no. Now, for me personally, yeah, I have no animosity towards Triller. He thinks I'm a cunt or whatever, man. You know, believe the hype. Believe the hype. If that's what you think, believe the hype. Believe the people that are telling you that I'm a cunt. Yeah, because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say something to Triller right now. One day you're going to look back and you're going to go say, dude, those guys just freaking played me, and I'm going to sit back and go, I told you so. But I'm not going to show any kind of real sympathy personally, because you know I can't have people that are unpredictable, basic people that are kind of a liability to me. Yeah, I need people that are kind of like, you know, dead strong in their kind of way. Whatever I think about Delochin, yeah, Delochin is straightforward. Even if I don't like him, he's like, this is my stance, and he doesn't waver. I don't like people that kind of like, because then I don't know which way they're flowing, which way they're going. Yeah. Now. Yeah. The thing is, look, yeah, nothing. Look, let me explain something. Yeah, Sikh not being affected. No one's converted over to Islam or vice versa because of any of these shows. Anybody taking what Fudu Faz is doing as anything but like a speck of dust, yeah, on your poo, are deluding themselves. Now, if you want to play the game and you want to have a little bit of a kind of like, you know, discussion, that's fine. But if you're taking it any more serious than that, let them talk. They have a right to ask questions, and they can ask as many questions as they want. Like I can ask questions and ask as many questions if I want. Now, I could go real cunt mode if I really want to. But obviously, I'm a saint, yeah? And so what I have to do is be very good, yeah? So what I'm going to do is basically, we're going to go over some of the stuff today. I'm going to get Raindrop on, because I want to ask him about this prophecy, because it's a very interesting prophecy. Try and get Gambi on. Now, the thing about me and Gambi, yeah, I don't want to say too much, but the first time we spoke, it was a very, very fiery conversation. Let me just say that. Yeah, he kind of barred me quite badly the first time, but big up to him anyway. Now, the thing is, yeah, I'm just going to play you before I send the emails out. I'm just going to play a bit of the thingy. Before I say, let me just say a couple of hellos first. K-Dips, yeah, listen to K-Dips, man. Well, look at that. I was earlier. What are you going to say now? Marfi Mangde, man. Lucky Luciano, big up. Aurora Dawn, T-Sing, Flexi. Hamey is horrible, definitely, yeah. Chester United. I can't stand that name, man, with that Manchester name. The Chaos Stream. Flexi, my back is turned. Please, Flexi. You're always fighting with everyone. Consistency for producing validation, big up the Rod. Yep. Yeah, I like consistent people. I don't like unpredictable people. It's too much for me. This is why I say to people, I can't have people that are unpredictable. And one thing that makes people unpredictable is alcohol, intoxicants, women, you name it. Yeah, they make people unpredictable. Yeah, and I have to be very focused. And if I've got people that are easily swayed by women, easily swayed by alcohol, easily swayed by intoxicants, I can't have them around me, if I'm being honest with you. I need to stay away from those type of people. Yeah, you need to be able to control your mind. Like, control your mind. Make sure you know what you're doing, what you're saying. What is Roger thinking? Just ham spam through. Can I just say something to people? Do not take the piss out of Triller. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's trying to do something like be the new kind of like what is it, Neville Chamberlain? Well, there's a Neville Chamberlain that wants to do peace in our time, yeah. But he doesn't realize we're dealing with Hitler, yeah. And so Fudu Faz is like the new Hitler, and Nibiru Pirates is like Goebbels, and what's it called? Asif is like Hitler's wife. Who's his dog? I think his dog could be Abu Kantada. his little poodle. Yeah, so they're like the new Hitler regime, and we're like the UK on the border. We're surrounded. Never have the people survived with such one man has done so much for the people. Yeah, so I am like like the one man soldier. Yeah? Now the title shows you the picture. Lions, yeah, lions cannot be controlled by sheep. It's an impossibility. You can't have sheep controlling a lion, yeah. And I am the Shere, yeah. And there's no way you're going to be able to control me. I said, I told you. And this message goes to everybody that thinks they can control me, yeah. You're going to have to put a bullet in my head. As simple as that. If you think you can control me, you're going to literally have to take me out, yeah, like that, yeah. So that's the thing, though. So I'm going to play a bit, and then I'm going to send the link out to Gambi and then Raindrop, because we want to go through some prophecies and stuff, and we'll go through it. So let me just do my thing. Like I said to you lot, I don't hate Triller. I don't have any real hatred towards him. Me, disappointment. I'm disappointed. I've had a lot of hope for the guy. I thought maybe, he could be somebody that, I could communicate with stuff, but he's too unreliable, somebody that I can't. The ultimate word is trust. And if the trust level is gone to very low, then I have to just cut myself off from that person. And unfortunately, in the last couple of days, my trust level with that geezer went very low. And so all I can do is move on, and no hard feelings personally. Unless someone starts talking about me, then obviously I'm gonna have to talk about what I have to talk about. Now, let me just show you the show from earlier, because I'm going to show you that some people are so desperate, for some peace in our time. We want peace in our time. Like we're at some freaking proper kind of war, yeah. Now, to Nibiru pirates, yeah, I've got a recording of you saying you're going to go jihad with me, yeah. What does that mean? You're going to go jihad with me. You're going to go jihad on me. I got the recording, obviously. You said you're going to go jihad on me. And you call me a groomer. So Nibiru pirates, you're a groomer. Yeah? We don't know who you're grooming, but we know you're grooming. You could be grooming your hair. I don't know. But I think it's Nibiru, you little bitch. Yeah. When you said you're going to go jihad on me, then what does that mean? What does that mean? So let me just play a little bit the thingy from before. Copyright. And here's the biggest cunt I've ever met is Asif, yeah. Let me tell you, you little Gujarati, little Fudu, yeah? Let me tell you, little prick. You are the biggest bitch known to mankind. You probably suck on Sia's toes, yeah? That's how much of a bitch you are, little simp, yeah? That's the type of man you are, yeah? You probably just sit there licking her toes, yeah? Because you are in love with Sia. You freaking will froth at the mouth every time she's on. Sia. Everyone can tell you're in love with her. Why don't you just ask her to marry you, you bitch? You can be the wife. Yeah, you can be the wife in the thingy. He's in love with them, with Sia. Everything he does is for Sia. Embarrassing. Yeah, leave it. You've done your bit today. Well done, Gambi. Well done. But they're not going to respect you. They're not going to show any respect. All you do is just do what you should do. Just ignore them and just go, all right, it's making no difference to anybody apart from them wasting their time. Guess what's so funny, yeah? Ramadan's coming up, yeah? In 20 days, yeah? And they're talking about Sikhism. Imagine that, yeah? They're at the mosque, yeah? And the imam saying, you must start preparing for Ramadan. Every day is crucial up to Ramadan. And Fogha Faz, yeah, he's literally got a bit of coke in his pocket, about to sniff it, and he's going, what next Sikh show can I do? Let's do a show about Maharaja Dalait Singh in my next show. Let's do a show about Maharaja Dalait Singh. Let's have a look. Instead of thinking about Ramadan. Oh, God. That is so embarrassing. You lot taking L's all the time. Losers. We're literally getting you off your, what's it called when they say they're on their imam? So what's that when you're trying to be pious here? We're literally got you off, yeah. You're kind of like piousness during the most religious time of the year. Oh, God. Can't make this shit up, man. The power of the Raj. Yeah. Now, Let me just thingy first because I'm going to get a raindrop, and you know what raindrops like. He bloody well, can talk for freaking. Can I just say something? I apologize to raindrop because I'm always cutting him off here, but I've got like Tourette's here, and I want to say something. Yeah, big up to Shahid, man. I'm taking a break from Ramadan for everything. Yeah, big up, man. See, this is a true Muslim, yeah? What he's doing here, he's concentrating on Ramadan. This is what a true Muslim does here. During the month here of Ramadan or before, they have to kind of build up to it because it's such an important time for them. Now, this is why Fudu Faz hates Shahid, because Shahid is the true Muslims. Whereas with them lot, they're too busy talking about Sikhism. Oh, God. Imagine how much praise you're losing here. Oh, God. And to Fudu Faz, you do know none of your prayers count when you're on drugs. You do know that, Fudu Faz. You know when you're coked out your head 99% of your life, none of your prayers count. So you're burning in hell, bitch, if there's a hell. Let me just play this first, though. So I know Trilla's on there. I'm going to try not to talk too much about Trilla unless I hear something that I need to address. But I'm mainly listening to Nibiru Pirates and that little bitch Asif and Faz.
No, there's a lot of Muslims on here that agree the same thing.
Yeah, but they have to go to another channel.
You come late to the party. Faz has already said that. Look, if they will still come and mock our deen in Islam, then fair enough. I said we'll go raggo. Yeah, we'll go even worse. I said that we haven't been.
But I want to learn about Sikh. I want to learn about Sikh.
Well, why don't you?
Okay, listen. Okay, one second.
All right. Sir Faz, are you going to do about Sikh or not? Nibiru is saying you're not doing about Sikh.
Listen. At this moment in time,
don't care what Nibiru thinks.
Right, okay.
It's about what the Sir Faz is going to do.
Listen, you just made the announcement, you prick.
No,
but you made the announcement. I never heard Sir Faz make the announcement.
I never made the announcement. You were fucking
No.
I know what you're going to talk about, bitches. And I'm done a preemptive strike. This is why the Raj is always 20 steps ahead. So any show you're going to have tomorrow, I'll go over it already now. So all the little kind of like surprises will be taken out because there are some very controversial stuff. I'm not going to lie, and they're going to be upset.
Just okay, like you're late for the bus. You're late for the
1 minute. Bro,
your leader got fucking COVID, bro. Get out of here, bro.
Up, man.
But anyway, man, Faz.
You pussy.
Right, okay. All right, guys, calm down, man. What's going on? Relax, man.
Sir Faz, can you please speak?
No, all I've said is, look, yes, Asif, I did say something, yeah, and I put a proposal down. Yeah,
I don't know what you said.
A proposal.
Yeah. Basically, I said,
your proposal. I refuse your proposal. Get another wife or husband, whatever you're doing. Get another husband. I refuse your proposal, Fudu Faz. I'm not accepting your proposal. Yeah. The way they talk about it is like I'm an actual country. Yeah, I'm a country like that. We're having a peace treaty. You know how embarrassing you look. Yeah, I actually feel sorry for you guys.
I just said earlier to you, yeah. But the thing is, Triller said, "Well, I'm not here to beg, blah blah blah, etc." Yeah. To be honest, mate, 99%, I know it's not going to happen. Because obviously certain people have got big egos.
No, not 99%, 100%. You're gonna have to put a bullet between my brain, yeah, before I'd even consider it. Yeah. Look, Sid Bash is a bandit of the highest order, man. He's a next level freaking little cunt. Yeah, he pretends to be all sensible, but he's a bandit of the highest order.
Goes in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. As a Muslim, so as a Muslim, I've done my bit, yeah. Somebody's come, I've told them, yeah, I've given them respect. The ball's in their court, innit, yeah? So as far as unless they come back to me, it's business as usual, isn't it? Unless they come back and tell me, yeah, we're happy.
Fogger, are you doing the shows to get back at Raj?
Listen to this.
Nah, man.
Listen.
Nah.
So what has Raj got to do anything with it then?
No. At the moment, no. It's not Raj. It's other people.
See, I've had my theory for a while, yeah, that these shows are not about me. People are making them about me, but something else has happened that I think, I can't say too much, but I think something else has happened behind the scenes and that they can't reveal what's happening. And this is why they're doing the shows, because they could have done these shows years ago. In fact, I've said 1,000,000 times worse, more stuff 3 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago. Like, I haven't really said anything in the last year and a half. Obviously, when someone says, like reactionary or something, it's talking about kids being adults and, they can have sexual relationships and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm going to call it out. But they go, Islamophobia, saying, 8-year-olds are not kids, are kids. Islamophobia. They start crying here. about, you know, common sense kind of stuff. Like, okay, I don't think slavery is good. Islamophobia. So obviously, you know, these guys are kind of like, you know, in this kind of warped ulterior unit.
In the community that I've come, not Raj. Do you understand?
See, not
There's
me.
more than one person.
More than one person. So who's other people?
So at the end of the day, yeah, look, Asif, as far as I'm concerned, at the moment, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I've given the proposal. Whether they take it or not, it's up to them, innit? Simple. Business as usual, innit? Until they come back. You know, we have to sign, you know, it has to be done live publicly so people know, innit, that it's not going to happen again. It's not a private thing.
The proposal is that Raj has to stop
Everything about Islam, yeah, people, everything. And we'll just, you know, we'll call it a day. That's it.
Oh,
innit?
you
And
want
know what?
Sharia
That's,
rule?
gonna,
Listen, listen, guys.
Obviously,
listen,
if that finishes, then that's Raj's bread and butter gun, innit?
listen.
Look,
But is that going to
Proposal, whether they take it or not, it's up to them. Triller said, well, I'm not here to beg, blah, 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 etc. Yeah. To be honest, mate, 99% I know it's not going to happen. Because obviously certain people have got big egos, innit? Yeah. So, as a Muslim, yeah. So as a Muslim, I've done my bit. Yeah. Somebody's come. I've told them. Yeah. I've given them respect. The ball's in their court, innit? Yeah. So as far as unless they come back to me, it's business as usual, innit? Unless they come back and tell me, yeah, we're happy.
Fogger, are you doing the shows to get back at Raj then?
Nah, man. Nah.
So what has Raj got to do anything with it then?
No. At the moment, no. It's not Raj. It's other people in the community that have come, not Raj. Do you understand?
See? Other people in the community have done something. Something has happened to Fudu Faz. I reckon he got bullied by one of his customers who was a Sikh. And I'm not paying 1 rupee to you, you little freaking fish boy. And now he's gone mad at all Sikhs, yeah. So something's happened in the background that I need to find out. Because I actually truly believe that something is going on more than just me. Because they could have done this years ago. And this is something totally different.
There's more than one person.
So at the end of the day, yeah, look, Asif, as far as I'm concerned, at the moment, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I've given the proposal. Whether they take it or not, it's up to them, innit? Simple. Business as usual, innit? Until they come back. You know, we have to sign, you know, it has to be done live publicly so people know, innit, that it's not going to happen again. It's not a private thing.
The proposal is that Raj has to stop
everything about Islam, yeah, people, everything. And we'll just, you know, we'll call it a day.
So their proposal in the UK is that Raj must not talk about Islam or anything to do with Islam. I cannot speak, otherwise Sharia, death penalty. Now, how are you going to enforce this, bitch? Are you going to come outside my house and, like, you know, like Nikki Travis said? I've got the comment from Nikki Travis, one of your mods, that is literally saying going to come to my home, yeah, that little bitch. You know, this guy comes out. Are you going to send people to, you know, come and do something to me? Is that what you're going to do? Send your people to come and do something to me? Is that how you're going to enforce it? How are you going to enforce it? Like I said, dude, I'm not going to stop what I want to say. And you're going to have to kill me to do it. And I'm not even joking. Yeah, I don't want to be dead, but that's how seriously I take things. Yeah, you're going to have to end me, yeah, to stop me from speaking what I want to speak about. Yeah, obviously, you know, I don't want to like, you know, troll too much and stuff like that, but I want to speak about what I want to do. Yeah, like I said, yeah, if your mate Nikki Travis, yeah, wants to come round and speak to my family and stuff, yeah, come round if you want to, but don't start crying when your head's caved in like a freaking pumpkin and your freaking teeth here on the floor, or your head has been chopped off and it's rolling in my garden, yeah, and my whole house is full of red paint. Yeah, don't start crying. Don't start crying. Like I said, don't cry. Yeah? Don't cry. Because obviously I'll defend my property to the death if I have to. Yeah. So that's the way it works out. Yeah. Little Nikki Travis, you little bitch. So let me just do the rest of it. I'll let just give me 15 minutes, Gamby. I'll send the link with Raindrop. 15 minutes.
That's it, innit? And you know what? Is that gonna, you know, obviously if that finishes, then that's Raj's bread and butter gun, innit?
Look,
but is that going to ever happen? Is that going to happen?
No. Unless you're going to put a bullet between my head, Asif, or Sir Faz, or get one of your jihadis to do it, how are you going to stop me? This is what I'm trying to explain to you. The reason I'm giving you the worst case scenario, just to show you what you have to resort to in order to stop me from saying what I want to say. Yeah, and I'm saying that to everybody. You're gonna have to end my life in order to do it. And are you prepared to do that? I don't know, because I don't know your crew, the people that you hang around with. Some of them are very extreme. I don't know whether they would actually end my life, but I'm telling you, the ultimate, what I call kind of like, resolution to this would be that. And if anyone's not prepared to do that, you're gonna have to shut your mouth, bitches. If you're not prepared to do it, shut your mouth.
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
Raj likes these streams as well.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That was our point. That was our point.
That was our point.
Yeah?
So now
Like,
it's down to him. We
Triller
put
was
it in
coming
that
with the
court.
energy.
I need to do fast
Triller
motion
was
a bit.
coming with the energy to us, to the Muslims, demanding that we stop this and that. I said, look,
Yeah.
you need to take that energy to your own Sikh community and tell them. Okay, he's like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Oh, we need to take it to the Sikh community. Yes, let's go to the Sikh community. Raj has been talking about us and bullying us for 4 saal ho gaya hone. He's bullying us. One little Sikh, one little middle-aged fat Sikh. We've been crying. We're victims. We're crying. There's only one of him. There's thousands of us. I can't stop him. I don't know what to do. He's a bully. The big bad Raj. Dude, don't laugh in your face. Don't say who. When they see me, they'll be go, him. Yeah? Him? Then what? They'll be freaking what? Embarrassed of you, yeah? Embarrassed. So Bramjat or Bumjat, yeah? I'm a Chamar. Good, I'm a Chamar. And what? Does that make you better than me? Does that make you better than me if I'm a Chamar? Obviously not. Yeah, I'm a Chamar. Big deal. This is the thing. A big deal. I'm a Chamar. And what?
I said, okay, look, you've come with a request. We'll honor that request.
Yeah. Now, let me just play this bit. Now, this is the bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to control myself because I don't want to talk about this guy, to be honest, because he's just too sensitive, man. I don't want to talk about him, but I'm gonna have to hear this here.
We'll stop talking about Sikh and whatever, but only if he stops talking about Islam. I said, if he talks about Islam, then I will come back 100 times worse on the jihadi mode, and I will mock your thing like he mocks.
Listen to him. Listen to what he just said. What do you mean by this thingy?
The proposal is that Raj has to stop.
Now, remember, they're telling me I need to stop here, but listen to what he said about going jihadi on me. Listen.
Did about Islam, yeah, people, everything. And we'll just, we'll call it a day. That's it, innit? And you know what? That's what's is that gonna, obviously, if that finishes, then that's Raj's bread and butter gone, innit?
Look, but is that going to ever happen? Is that going to happen?
Exactly.
No, Raj likes these streams as well.
Exactly. That was our point.
Yeah? So now it's down to him.
Triller was coming with the energy, yeah? Triller was coming with the energy to us, to the Muslims, demanding that we stop this and that. I said, look, you need to take that energy to your own Sikh community and tell them. Okay, he's like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I said, okay, look, you've come with a request. We'll honor that request. We'll stop talking about Sikh and whatever, but only if he stops talking about Islam. I said, if he talks about Islam, then I will come back 100 times worse on the jihadi mode, and I will mock your thing.
He's going to come 100 times worse, Nibiru Pirates, on jihadi mode. What does that mean, Nibiru Pirates? You're talking about, so let's put the kind of like the kind of like all the plate thingies together to Nibiru Pirates, yeah, and Fazlan. You're talking about on a stream, telling somebody that I must stop talking about your religion, otherwise you're going to go jihadi mode on me. What does that mean, Nibiru Pirates? I must stop talking about your religion, otherwise you're going to go jihadi mode on me. Are you talking about jihadi mode in terms of like mentally, or are you talking about cutting heads off? Which one is it? Because we know what jihadi mode can be, and we know when people talk about blasphemy and stuff, it gets very violent. So which one are you talking about, Nibiru Pirates? Very concerning, dude. Maybe I should report you to MI5. Maybe I should. You know, your words are, you seem to be sounding a lot more radicalized since the last time I spoke to you. So what has been going on? Who have you been hanging around with? So let's listen to that again.
The proposal is that Raj has to stop
everything about Islam, yeah, people, everything. And we'll just, we'll call it a day.
Yeah, I need to stop everything about Islam. Yeah, so it's like a blasphemy law. You must stop talking about my religion. This is Sharia.
That's it, innit? And you know what? That's what's is that gonna, obviously, if that finishes, then that's Raj's bread and butter gone, innit?
Look, but is that going to ever happen? Is that going to happen? No, Raj likes these streams as well.
Exactly. That was our point.
Yeah? So now it's down to him.
Triller was coming with the energy, yeah? Triller was coming with the energy towards to the Muslims, demanding that we stop this and that. I said, look,
Yeah.
you need to take that energy to your own Sikh community and tell them. Okay, he's like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I said, okay, look, you've come with a request. We'll honor that request. We'll stop talking about Sikhi and whatever, but only if he stops talking about Islam. I said, if he talks about Islam, then I will come back 100 times worse on jihadi mode, and I will mock
you
your
don't
thing
need to be
like
like
he
that.
mocks it.
You don't need to mock or be vindictive against their
I will.
religion. We
will.
could just no.
Right.
Why?
I will. If Raj
No,
mocks,
you could
I
just
will mock.
discuss it the way
No.
we're discussing it.
Asif, we also
Guys.
said to Triller that also, you know, if we want to discuss something, you know, we'll tell you what we're discussing.
Guys, I ain't got much free time, yeah? Asif, if you don't mind, can I just talk to Nibiru for a minute or two? If you don't mind, without you interrupting. Is that okay?
No, you're gonna go on for like 20 minutes with Triller.
Yeah, probably. Is it okay? Yeah.
Well, if it's longer than 5 minutes, then I will interrupt after that.
All right, fine.
So right now it's 6:47.
Right,
We got till 6:52.
Right. Well, you do what you want to do. You do what you want to do, right?
Right, I will interrupt.
Nibiru.
Trust me.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah?
Let's go. Let's go.
Nibiru, yeah.
man.
Whatever you're saying, yeah, about you can do this and that, yeah, isn't going to serve anybody. All right. I told you before, it's not going to serve you. It's not going to serve your community. It's not going to serve my community. Right. It doesn't help anybody. Right. So really and truly, bruv, yeah, if that's what you want to do, that's up to you. It doesn't help anyone. That's my point to you. I just wanted to make that clear to you, bruv. Yeah?
I agree with you. I understand. But like I said, we've had enough of being mocked.
Right.
Yeah, our religion, our prophets, everything. We've had enough of that.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
so you come with the request for us to stop this. We've given you an olive branch. We've said to you, okay, we're willing to do this on this condition. Yeah, and that condition is something that it's in your community.
No, it's
like
not.
you come as
No,
a
it's not.
Sikh
No,
to
it's
the
not.
Muslim community and made the request. Yeah, we've been the bigger people here. We listened to you and we said, okay, we'll honor it if
fine.
you can get your people to stop mocking our thing.
That's fine.
Now I said that ball is in your court, bro.
That's not our responsibility for one person's individual actions.
Whatever I've said, that's completely separate to what Faz has said. Yeah? Faz has said that.
But what you want to do is obviously that's up to you, isn't it? Like you said, you want to go 100 times hard. That's up to you. I mean, I'm telling you now, it doesn't help you. It doesn't help anyone.
Jatwinder Singh, you little Fudu. Yeah, we don't care about your caste supremacy, you little prick. We don't care about your caste supremacy, you little Fudu. Yeah, Jamars, yeah, I don't care about Jamars, Jata, Darkhan, whatever. If you're a Sikh, you're a Sikh. You go for this Jamar, Jata, you know, this kind of like caste supremacy and stuff. You're not a Sikh, in my opinion. Yeah, you're going against Sikh. Yeah. Okay, all right, Gabby. Don't worry, I'll just have me and Thingy here. I'll look at it there, or maybe 2 days. But have a watch of the stream because I'm gonna go over something. I know you're tired, man. So yeah, you've done your bit for today anyway. Red Rose, yeah. Big up to Red Rose, my Shia bro. He's one of the reasons why I'm probably not gonna do the Islam show during Ramadan because I don't want to upset people like Red Rose either. But I will if I have to, but I don't want to, yeah. Like I said, it's people like Red Rose and Jat and a few other people that, you know, I don't do it for. Now, I would say I have said stuff about your religion that is bad. I'm not going to say I haven't because I have. Most of it is actually more Sunni related, if I'm being honest with you. So you are a Shia, so you might have a point, yeah, but there are certain things I've said that even I don't agree with, that Shias also agree with. But like I said, I'm not here to disrespect you, yeah, in terms of that. Yeah, have a look. Mock us till your heart's content. We don't give an F about what you lot do, but we continue to wash up the filth that is promoting hate in the UK with or without you. So mock away and we won't stop. What a good saying by Singh Chester United. He's like the Alex Ferguson of the chats right now. The Alex Ferguson of the chats is literally up there. We always a good. I don't know what the football player is. I don't know nothing about football. All I know is Alex Ferguson beat up David Beckham once in the changing room. Yeah, God knows why. I don't even know. I remember that he had a fight. Yeah. Abu Qatada, you little prick. Yeah, go on freaking more. You know, put a little bomb vest around yourself, and you know, do what you was born to do, you little bitch. Yeah, Singh Chester is the Alex Ferguson. Look how happy because she is now. Look how happy he is. It's so easy to. This is what I realized. These football fans are so easy to trigger and so easy to get happy. Because I used to pretend, when I was at work, I used to have this job. I'd find out someone's football team, and I'd choose the opposite. So most of the time, people in my place that I work with used to support Arsenal at the time. I used to choose Chelsea and Jose Mourinho. I just told them I didn't care. You know, when Chelsea lost, I didn't give a shit. But when they won, and they beat Arsenal, I just rub it in. Your team lost. Look what happened today. And then they try rubbing it with me, but it doesn't affect me. It's like Fudu Fazzy shows, They don't affect me. So I don't really get riled up per se, I listen to them, I think. So these shows are not affecting me. It's affecting other people, but not affecting me in the same way. I just kind of like, whatever. Forget that little Fudu about the Khan Pagan, Jata Pagan. Who cares? I'm not. Look, for me, like I said, I'm just ignoring them. Some things I will address. Some things I won't. Like tomorrow they're going to do a show about the prophecies. I actually am interested in that, and I actually want to go over it and find out exactly what's in there before they start spazzing out and spilling their tea all over the place. I can imagine Fuddle Faz and them, drinking their tea. All the tea spills out when they read something, because I read a bit of it and it's quite controversial.
I get that.
That's a waste of time, in my opinion. If you got better things to do, I would say you do that. You got family, you got friends, you got hobbies, you got things to do. I would say spend your time on that. You want to do this? That's up to you.
No.
It's not going to help you.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But as a Muslim, I love my religion more than anything else.
No, your religion, your religion, doesn't tolerate your particular style, your particular version of Islam. I'm not saying Islam, your particular version doesn't tolerate other people's faiths or other sects. That's why you're so anti-Shia, anti-Sufi, anti-Hindu, anti-Christian. But right now you're showing your true colors when it comes to Sikhi. This is why I say to people, let them show their true colors. Because I've been saying for years they have no respect for Sikhi. Let them show how little respect they have. And I told you, I'm always right. And I'm so glad I'm being proven right about this, because they're doing me a favor. You're doing me a favor, bitches. You're so dumb, man. You're alienating all the Sikhs, All the Sikhs that hated me, are suddenly going, okay, these guys are cunts, These guys are cunts. Raj, I don't like you, but these guys are cunts as well, So let them do the thing, and let them do the things. We don't need to look, we're shared here. We don't need to worry about sheep here. Don't lose sleep over sheep. Anyone that's losing sleep over these guys, I'm sorry, dude, man. You're too weak, man. You're losing sleep over these guys.
I've heard that quite a lot. At the same time, bro, you can understand my sentiments, and then I agree with you 100%. I love my religion too. Probably more than everything else in life. Because it has given me everything. So, and there are a lot more people who feel a lot more strongly about it than I do. So, like I said, bro, I tried, didn't it? Guys, you guys do what you got to do. I'm gonna get backlash. From you've seen both sides. Just from yesterday, right? You've seen the amount of shit.
2 minutes left.
Look at this guy. He's on a look. He's on a roll today. I might make him my propaganda minister. Singchester United, my propaganda. He's really like the Alex Ferguson of thingy, scoring goals, setting the thing up. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now because it's Sikhi for life. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped. Now it's Sikhi for life. That's going to be our new slogan now. Our new slogan. Tank Bangla and this. I'm gonna have to remix that. Let me sing it a bit, so I can actually do a thingy. So I might do it this year. So big up to Hassan Yumas. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped. Now it's Sikhi for life. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped. Now it's Sikhi for life. How you gonna stop us, bitches? How are you going to stop us? How are you going to stop me? You willing to put a bullet between my brain? Then you can't stop me, bitches. There's nothing you can do, Conjurers. Us lions, don't lose sleep over sheep. What we do, we eat sheep. We eat you. Raw. Rah. I might mix that one. Yeah, I will. I'll big up Hassan, man. Calm yourself down today, please, because like you do give me a lot of trouble with the comments and stuff. But the thing is, I'm gonna say something here. Let me explain something. There's two people in this world, yeah, that have had my back here, like nobody else, yeah. Hassan and Manny. Those two people have got a special status in my kind of, they're my bros, yeah. Now, with Hassan, I'm sorry, I'm never gonna unmod him. I can tell him what to do, but he's had my back like nobody else. And for me, I'm a very loyal person. Yeah, I'm a very loyal person. If you've had my back like that, like he has, like physically, then I don't look. I don't agree with what he says. I don't agree with what he does. But he's put his neck on the line for me in real life, and so I will never forget that. So big up to Hassan. The same with Manny. Yeah, both of those two have really gone above and beyond what I would do. That's why those two are the two people. There's only really two, to be honest. There's other people that are a little bit lower, but those two are the two people in the highest. You know, I have trust here. People I trust. Some people at the bottom, some people in the middle, some people are high up. I've never given anyone 100% trust, apart from my mother, yeah. Not even my father, not my brothers and my sisters. But Hassan and Manny are as the high as you can get. Yeah, they're as high as you can get of anyone I've known. Yeah? So big up to Hassan. So I can't. People are always saying to me, Hassan's doing this, Hassan's doing. Well, I'm sorry. Hassan's freaking protected me and had my back in real life, and I'm not gonna forget that shit. Yeah, I will tell him to calm down and stop saying stuff like that. Yeah, but don't think for a second I'm gonna chuck Hassan under the bus here for some random YouTube people. Yeah, for random YouTube people. You crazy? Big up to Hassan, man. But calm down, though, please. Calm down. Yeah, I have trust levels, man. Trust levels. Yeah, it's good. Let me tell you something. I say to everybody this year, yeah, raindrops coming. Don't ever give anyone 100% trust apart from your parents, especially your mother. That's it, and the goodles, yeah. Whoever you believe in. Everybody else has levels of trust. If you give someone 100% trust, you're going to be disappointed. This is why it's very hard to disappoint me for long. You know, let me just give an example with Triller. Like, he's somebody that disappointed me, but tomorrow I'll forget about it. Yeah, because I'd never ever give anybody that level of trust that I will, give them all that. Because once you do that, what happens is that when they do something, you're going to be very, very upset. So for me, I'm just like, all right, you did it. I'll just move on and I'll move away because I haven't given you enough of myself for me to be upset about it for long. Yeah. So that's the thing. Yeah. Big up to Hassan, man. Hassan's a loyal dude, man. Yeah, we've been through a lot, man. Me and Hassan. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's hard to freaking explain.
I put my neck on the line in it, yeah, to try and basically, yeah, resolve. You know what I mean? Keep the peace. You know what I mean? Have some treaties on the internet that isn't really that big a deal, but whatever, innit?
One person. You came with a request. We drew up a treaty. We drew up a treaty, and we said take it back to your people.
Nabru.
He come with a request. I give you the request. Go and take it to your people. What people? This ain't a freaking negotiation in the UN. Like, no one has any control over me. Yeah. Like, I'm a grown-ass man in his 40s. If you think you can control me now, you're freaking insane. You're going to have to put the bullet between my head before you think you can control me. Because that's the only way you're going to be able to control me. And if you're not willing to do it, you just need to shut your mouth. I'll listen to you if you're respectful. I'll take your advice on board. But don't ever think that you can start dictating to me. Because, Nibiru, I'm going to say something to you. Now that you've been talking about me basically being quiet, and on top of that, I have to, you're going to do jihad on me. What does that mean? You said I'm not allowed to talk about Islam because you're going to do jihad on me. That sounds a bit crazy, dude. Prevent. Oh, hello. Oh, no, I didn't say prevent. I mean, prevention is the best cause. Can I just say something, T-Sing? Can you leave Amy alone? We actually had a misunderstanding, like I said in the beginning of the show. I thought, that she was talking about our private DMs, not knowing she was talking about her private DMs with a certain individual I don't want to talk about, starting with T. And so she was having a private DMs with him. I didn't know. I didn't even know she was talking about it. I thought she was talking about our DMs. And so I can understand now. She thought I was threatening her, but I wasn't, because for me, I was talking about my DMs. Well, how can I threaten you with my DMs? Because I know what's in there. There's nothing in there. But obviously, if it's somebody else's DMs and I've got access to them, then I'm saying, oh, I'm going to release them. It would be a threat in that sense. But I did not threaten because I was not talking about those DMs. Yeah. Training's going good, man. I've started again today. I took a 2-week break. Yeah, to lose half a stone. I'm now 12 stone. Big up to myself. I was 14 stone when I first started training. Yeah, here's another guy. Look here. A lot of people, yeah, to my Muslim brothers and sisters like Muhammad Malik, you know, people like, you know, Shahi, people like Red Rose and all of these guys, yeah. And even like people like Jat and them. Look, the only reason I haven't done shows upon shows, kind of like biting back, yeah, is because, you know, I don't want to upset, you know, certain people, yeah, that are from the Muslim community, because I'm better than that. Now, obviously, I will talk about what I want up to a degree, but I'm not going to do it in retaliation to some Sikh shows here that have no influence on the world or Sikh or anybody apart from weak-minded people. Nobody else is going to be affected. If you're weak in your mind, you'll be affected, yeah? So people like Muhammad Malik and all that, you know, like I said, man, these are the real good Muslims out there that are, you know, thinking about Ramadan. They're thinking about preparing to fast and all this. I think it's fasting and preparing to do stuff and all that kind of stuff, and then pray and that. Whereas Fudu Faz is doing shows on Sikhism. My plans are diabolical. Yeah, Muhammad Malik, look, it doesn't matter. The same way what I say makes no difference to Islam, the same way what they say makes no difference to Sikhism. I mean, anybody that thinks somebody's going to apostate or leave their religion because of something that somebody said on the internet, the people that leave, yeah, in my opinion, are very weak in their faith anyway. So they would have left over anything. So let the people that leave, leave. Because if it wasn't me or if it wasn't that, somebody else would have got them over the edge. Because you don't just leave overnight, yeah. It's something that's in your head that you've already had doubts for a long time, and then suddenly someone says something and that's your reason for leaving. But in reality, you've made that decision way before that, yeah. It's just that this is the excuse to do it, yeah. So that's the way I see it. Yeah? You can't say anything to me in any of those shows that is going to make me leave Sikhi. Nothing, yeah, nothing. There's nothing they can say. There's nothing. I'll be like, okay, whatever. Yeah, that's what the Guru says. Whatever. That's what he says. Yeah, we shouldn't be embarrassed either about certain things. So let me just quickly go through the things. I'm waiting for a raindrop to go through the video on the prophecies, because some of the prophecies are very controversial.
If they want to sign the treaty, they will honor it. That's not a problem.
It's just me talking to you, bro. Yeah, I try to be respectful. I try to show you guys, isn't it? Yeah, that there's a better way. Have a look at this here. Nicky Travis here on this channel, yeah, is the guy that has been threatening to come to my house. Nicky Travis, you little bitch. I'll put your head in a freaking basket and I'll bury it in my freaking toilet, you little prick. Yeah, and I mean that. I'll freaking lob it off, yeah, and then I'll freaking put it in my toilet and I'll shit on your head. I won't even flush it. I won't flush it, bitch. I'll make sure your mouth's open. I'll be pooing in your decapitated head, you little bitch. Don't think you can say you can come to my house and I'm not gonna freaking chop your freaking let's just say don't think that you're gonna walk out anything but dead. Yeah. And I mean that. I don't care if you strike my channel, bitches. I'll protect my home to the death. There are gonna be idiots in every community, innit? Let's not try to be like them. Let's not try to be like them. Yeah. Let's try to be better than them. That's what it is, yeah? That's my point.
We try, but we're human. And
you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do, yeah? All right? Yeah. Good luck to you, all right? Yeah. Take care. Salam, peace.
Oh, Aja!
All right, I wish you the best.
Jump on. We got a serious show to do today.
Okay, I don't know why he gets so triggered by me for. Let me chat to the guy.
I'll send you a link.
You and us.
Well, you know what? I tried to him once, actually, on Raspecs.
That's why it.
Do you, I don't know if you remember.
I want to go through the prophecies, yeah? There's a prophecy. So let me just see what
remember I was there.
And you were going mad back then, innit?
What I just said earlier to you.
Listen to this here, Raindrop. Nibiru Pirates, Raindrop. Is that you? Raindrop.
Yeah, bro, can you hear me?
Your mic's low, man.
Can you hear me? Low.
You sound like you're in Bin Laden's cave.
So I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with that mic. Can you hear me?
Can people hear him? It sounds very low. Or is it me? Is it me or is it him? Ball?
I don't know. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, but you sound like you're in Bin Laden's cave.
I don't know. I just saw about the
Very low. Everyone's saying low, low, low.
let me do something. How about now?
Still low. Try and jumping out and jumping back in.
Okay.
Very low. Don't know what's happening. Yeah, Bin Laden's captured him. He's in the cave right now. You know, deep within the cave. Now I am going to say something here. I am worried for my safety, Nibiru pirates. But you talk.
Yeah, can you hear me?
You're still low though. I don't know what's happening today, man.
Shit. Let me see. Hello, testing.
Did you hear what happened to me? Nibiru pirates said he's going to do jihad on me. Seriously, listen. He said, if I don't stop talking about Islam, he's going to do jihad on me. What should I do? I think I should call the police, shouldn't I?
Why is one fat little Sikh causing so much chaos amongst the ummah, man? He's causing so much jihad and fitna.
Remember, I was saying, yeah, listen, yeah. At the most important time of the year, they're supposed to prepare for Ramadan, yeah. When Fudu Faz is in the mosque, yeah, when he's sitting there, he's got a little Coke bag in his pocket, and he's thinking about what show to do next on Sikhi. While they're telling him, during Ramadan, we must start preparing for Ramadan, and we must start thinking about what to do. And Fudu Faz has got the jitta in his pocket, yeah, and he's just literally going, oh, I wonder what next Sikh show. Let's do a Sikh show about Maharaja Ranjit Singh or Dalip Singh. Okay, let's do. He's not even thinking about what they should be thinking about.
No, you know what I think.
Dude, we can't even hear you, man.
Oh shit! So I don't know. Can you hear me? Hello.
No, you're so low, man. You're so low. I don't know. What do you normally do?
I don't know.
You might have to shout like you're bargaining.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but you sound so low. I can't even hear you when you're talking.
It's okay. So just listen to the joke. So it's like
yeah.
There's during the time of prayer, they're supposed to have like a special stone that is set in front of them. So I don't know. I think they call it a rocket stone. But sometimes the way they talk about you, they obsess about you, bro. Like I've missed out on this Speaker's Corner thing for a long time, but I was so surprised. They're like 10-hour streams, man, on Raj.
Oh, dude, I think it's my. Oh, dude, sorry. You know what? It's my headphones. Talk.
Oh, yeah, I sound fine.
Hold on.
You guys hear me?
Talk.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, can he? Sorry, dude.
Yeah. It sounds fine on YouTube.
Oh, it's this bloody thing, man. Sorry, dude. Yeah, we got to Ultra's in there. He's going to learn something new today about thinking. Ultra, I got someone's doing jihad on me. Let me play the audio to you. What do you think of this here? Could this be continued?
Well, better.
But have a listen to this. This is earlier today.
Yeah. But the thing is, Triller said, "Well, I'm not here to beg, blah blah blah, etc." Yeah. To be honest, mate, 99% I know it's not going to happen because obviously certain people have got big egos in it. Yeah. So as a Muslim, I've done my bit. Yeah. Somebody's come. I've told them. Yeah. I've given them respect. The ball's in their court, innit? Yeah. So as far as unless they come back to me, it's business as usual, innit? Unless they come back and tell me, yeah, we're happy.
Fogger, are you doing the shows to get back at Raj then?
Nah, man. Nah.
So what has Raj got to do anything with it then?
No. At the moment, no. It's not Raj. It's other people in the community that have come, not Raj. Do you understand?
There's more than one person.
So at the end of the day, yeah. Look, Asif, as far as I'm concerned, at the moment, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I've given the proposal. Whether they take it or not, it's up to them, innit? Simple. Business as usual, innit? Until they come back. We have to sign. It has to be done live, publicly, so people know, innit, that it's not going to happen again. It's not private.
So the proposal is that Raj has to stop
everything about Islam. Yeah, people, everything, and we'll just, we'll call it a day. That's it, innit? And you know what? That's what.
So you heard that, yeah? They're saying I can't talk about Islam, yeah, anything, yeah. So I can't even criticize anything. But have a listen. Let me just play the rest here, because then listen to Nibiru pirates, the so-called moderate Muslims, kind of like let's just say what he would do if I don't stop talking.
So is that gonna? Obviously, if that finishes, then that's Raj's bread and butter gone, innit?
Look, but is that going to ever happen? Is that going to happen?
Exactly.
No, Raj likes these streams as well.
Exactly. That was our point.
Yeah? So now it's down to him.
Triller was coming with the energy, yeah? Triller was coming with the energy to us, to the Muslims, demanding that we stop this and that. I said, look, you need to take that energy to your own Sikh community and tell them. Okay, he's like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I say, okay, look, you've come with a request. We'll honor that request. We'll stop talking about Sikhi and whatever, but only if he stops talking about Islam. I said, if he talks about Islam, then I will come back 100 times worse on the jihadi mode, and I will.
Time, yeah. Asif, if you don't mind.
Yeah?
I've given the proposal.
Time, yeah. Asif, if you
He'll
don't
come 100% worse with jihadi mode. Dude, I'm scared. What does that mean?
Prophecies yet, or no? You didn't go over the prophecies.
I was waiting for you because I don't want to say anything that's thingy, but it's so controversial. They're gonna start.
Dude, you gotta read it, bro. It's gonna be so fun.
I know, Muhammad Malik. It's crazy. Oh my god, I have to kind of like sit down and because the thingy, yeah. But you could hear Nubu pirates.
I could just imagine, Raj. You should do a meme like you're on a horseback, like with the flag, with the.
Oh, with the thingy. Oh no. Let's not mock that. Come on.
No.
Let's talk about this very seriously because the thing is, yeah, I actually want to understand because I heard so let's go into it, yeah. So earlier today, I was obviously for listening. Let me just say something. Can we not talk about Triller though? Yeah. Let me just say something. I said to watch the show before. I'm done with Triller.
Pick up Triller. What happened? He has Wala for Raj, or did he show for
So no. What it is here? Look, certain things happened. Certain things have been said. Certain things, I told him, look, yeah, if you go on there, and it's been slow build up. Yeah, a couple of things happened before. And yesterday he was so disrespectful to me. I mean, I don't know if you heard the way he was talking to me on the show. Shut up, this and that, and all that kind of Oh, here's trouble and all that kind of stuff. And then when he went on to their show earlier today, they'd done his beastie left, right, center. Like Abu Kantada was literally laughing at him, saying, "Oh, the Sikhs are beaten, the Sikhs are this, and oh, you need to leave them alone and all that kind of stuff." Yeah. And so I just sent him a message saying, look, dude, like, if you're going to go on there again, man, just don't come onto my shows. And I think that's fair enough. I sent it to Haki the date. And then 2 minutes later, he's on their show, kind of giving sly shots at me like, oh, I'm not a trustworthy person. I'm not this, I'm not that. And the thing is, yeah, I'm going to say something. I'm disappointed because at the end of the day, he's still my Sikh bra. And I do think he's got a good heart, but he's too easily manipulated and too unpredictable. And so for me, I cannot have weak people around me. Yeah, it makes me weak then because I know you're very. Although I disagree with you on a lot of stuff, Raindrop, you're very steadfast in the way you are. Yeah. Same with Manny. Even Lochin, as much as me and Lochin argue and stuff, he's very he's consistent. Like for 3 years, it's been exactly the same. He's changed his views on certain things, but there's no deviation. I know which way he's coming from. And other people, like Triller, I don't know which way they're coming from. I'm not sure if they're on that side, that side, that side. And what's happening to me is that it's making me kind of like weaker because I haven't got clarity. So for me, I have no hard feelings towards the guy. I wish him the best in his life and, let him do what he's going to do. But for me, I sent him the email, gave him an ultimatum. I said, look, either you go there. If you go there again, you can't come to mine. And for me, he made a decision, and then he said a few things on there as well that added sort of like, let's just say insult to injury. Because I was listening, I was like, okay, is that what you really think of me? And Faz and them lot, shall I play it? Shall I play it to you?
Yeah, I haven't been following all this stuff.
I don't want to play too much because I'm going to be honest with you.
Look, they want to do shows on Sikhi. Let them. It's not,
Yeah, it's funny.
We might actually make some Sikhs, you don't know.
Yeah, it's funny, man.
They might develop better character,
and do you know what? Yeah, look, I'll say this, yeah. You should be able to have your faith spoken about and criticized. And if you can't take the criticism or people speaking about it and you're getting so upset and angry and stuff, to the point where you feel like, you have to kind of like, either threaten people or keep on kind of like becoming erratic, then I'm sorry, you might not have the strongest faith. For me, none of this affects me. Why? Because my particular faith in the Gurus, and Sikhi, although I'm not very knowledgeable, is too strong for a couple of, like Fudus on a channel with 60, 70 viewers to even make me question certain things, yeah? It doesn't make no difference to me. So I don't understand the kind of like, the weak mentality of some people that they're getting so rolled up about it like it's going to make any difference to the world. It just doesn't make sense to me. Let me just play a little bit before we go on to the main thing, because the next bit we're gonna have to prepare for this. Have you done any research?
I read. I especially like. So there's two. There's the Karni Nama and the Raj
Oh,
Nama.
we'll
And
go
the
into that in a
name.
minute. I just want to, no, 1 minute. I just want to, because we're gonna actually go through. But let me just play this bit for a second, yeah.
Oh my God, that's the worst. You know what else is the worst? They say Adidas.
So this is how, after I actually sent the message to Triller saying, look, if you jump on there, either make a decision, either you jump on there and we don't talk again, and make your decision, yeah. And I thought he'd probably leave it for a bit, maybe tomorrow, go on there, and like maybe we could resolve it. But he had to jump on literally 2 minutes after I sent the email. He jumped on and done this. Why I've dedicated.
Could you imagine Run DMC singing? Yeah, but no, Shan put Snow out. You know what I'm saying?
Sikh is the best. Like Sikh is the best. Tupac's
All
the
right,
best.
all right, okay,
Like
man.
that,
Listen,
yeah, that's it.
I'm asking you,
There's nothing to talk about.
when you say Tupac is the best, you say lyrically, you say he's got the best lyrics of all rappers, or you just talking about his
He's just
overall?
the best, bro.
Here, they said what they said, and to me, yeah, okay, no problem. But I don't understand how you're begging it when you're looking in the best interest. And
I get it. So,
yeah, I was listening to this.
I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah. This is not my thing. But go on, tell me what happened. Go on.
I mean, end of the day, he's very disappointed in me jumping onto yours. Apparently, you know. I mean, the thing is, I mean, did I come across like I was begging? I don't know, like
what?
Did I come across like I was begging to you, man?
Look, Triller, right? Listen, you came on here and you said categorically, "I'm not begging," but your guy thinks you're begging, bro.
I know, I know.
Well, I want to say something, Raindrop. If you say to them, what can we do to resolve this, and give me your demands, that to me is begging, because what you're saying is that even if you don't take it seriously, what you're doing is basically saying, okay, I'm going to try and give this particular negotiation to me, who has no interest in negotiating. Like, there's no negotiating with terrorists, yeah? And I don't mean terrorists in the city. Well, if you call you terrorists, whatever, sue me, you bitches. You're definitely freaking terrorists in terms of like the way you attack people and stuff. I'll big up to Suzela, man. Not a long time no see. Big up to Dave. So, you know, he's jumping on it. Then I don't know, you know, this part wasn't so bad.
I know. I said it like 5 or 10 times. I'm not begging, bro.
No, like, listen, you know the funny thing is, right? Look, we didn't give you, like, at the end of the day, you came with your style, you came with your concern, and you know, at the end of the day, we respected it. And look, there were some brothers on here, they said what they said, and to me, yeah, okay, no problem. But I don't understand how you're begging it when you're looking in the best interest for two communities. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, great. Honestly,
Triller, do you have hangouts?
I try not to communicate with too many people. I mean, you know, I got enough headaches with my own friends and family. Yeah, honestly, Jen, no disrespect. I'm just not that kind of. I'm not that internet kind of cultural kind of guy. You know, it will expose absolutely everything to make or break. Yeah, of me, and I'm telling you now, I'm not going to break.
You're not going to please no one. So like,
you're not.
You just got to be real to your own thing.
You're right.
Stop worrying about what this. If this one thinks you're begging, or if this one thinks this, or
I'm not
if you
worried,
came across like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, just.
I'm not worried.
Gonna,
I'll tell you, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, Faz, 1 second. Yeah, I'm not worried. You know what? You know what's gonna happen? Yeah, this is gonna be the make or break. Yeah, of me, and I'm telling you now, I'm not.
Ultra is more complicated than that. It's not just the one thing. It's a small. There's other things that have happened. So I'm not going to divulge to people exactly what and this is between. You know, it's a private matter, but I'm not going to divulge stuff. Yeah, you may think I'm being a cunt, but things are more complicated than just me saying you can't go on a channel, and I'm not going to be somebody that's somebody that's going to start spilling everything. Yeah, like I said, man, I have my own moral principles, and so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, but it's more complicated than just me saying don't go on
a break. Yeah, and what will make in this situation, right, in this scenario right now, is going to happen. It's only going to benefit me. I'll tell you that. It's going to benefit everyone else. Yeah, it's not going to hurt me one bit whatsoever. So whatever people want to say about me, right? Whatever people want to do and whatever people want to tell.
Look, Bangla's song is better than Bangla's song. Yeah, they're just taking them.
Me, yeah. I'm telling you, I've been a nice guy up to a point for a long, long time, yeah. But when it comes to people, yeah.
Raj Army falling apart. I'm sorry, Triller was never in the Raj Army, so you can't.
And recently, look, I took a gamble jumping online, talking to certain people on the internet, right? And if they want to go for my character, I don't want nobody to defend me. Nobody, I'll defend myself. Yeah. But I'm telling you now, yeah, it will expose who they really are. It will. Yeah, it will expose absolutely everything about who they really are.
Triller,
that's what will happen. Yeah,
I feel you, man. I know the pain where you're coming from on this one. Yeah, and you directed that. Yeah, the bottom line is You know,
Faz, you know where I'm coming from, innit? Faz, you know where I'm coming from, innit? You know it. Without saying anything, innit? You know where I'm coming from, innit?
I know where you're coming from, yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, my problem is
So obviously they're referring to me, yeah. Obviously, you listening, Raindrop? Raindrop.
My bad. I was on the chat. What happened?
Oh God, I'm playing it for
I'm
you.
trolling. I'm just having so much fun, dude.
No,
it made my day when they're talking about the prophecy.
Sundar, you're not even listening, man. The whole point I was freaking playing it for you, dude.
No, I'm doing Dawa to Ultra because
no,
he's gonna become
no,
a
no,
Sikh.
no, stop,
He's gonna become a Sikh and join our prophecy, bro.
No,
he's gonna be part of the prophecy.
But no, stop it, because I'm playing it for you. I don't want to play it.
Okay, I'll listen.
Yeah, so listen.
You're not gonna please. You're not gonna please no one. So like, you just gotta be real to your own thing.
You're right.
Stop worrying about what this. If this one thinks you're begging, or if this one thinks this, or if you came across like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, just.
I'm not
never
worried.
gonna.
Dad, I'll tell you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Yeah. But I'll tell you one thing. Yeah, Faz, 1 second. Yeah. I'm not worried. You know what? You know what's gonna happen? Yeah. This is gonna be the make or break. Yeah, of me, and I'm telling you now, I'm not gonna break. Yeah. And what will make, in this situation, right, in this scenario right now, is gonna happen. It's only gonna benefit me. I'll tell you that. It's gonna benefit everyone else. Yeah. It's not going to hurt me one bit whatsoever. So whatever people want to say about me, right? Whatever people want to do and whatever people want to tell me, I'm telling you, I've been a nice guy up to a point for a long, long time, But when it comes to people, and recently, look, I took a gamble jumping online, talking to certain people on the internet, right? And if they want to go for my character, I don't want nobody to defend me. Nobody. I'll defend myself. But I'm telling you now, it will expose who they really are. It will. It will expose absolutely everything about who they really are. That's what will happen. Yeah.
I feel you, man. I know the pain where you're coming from on this one, and you directed that, The bottom line is,
Faz, you know where I'm coming from, innit? Faz, you know where I'm coming from, innit? You know it. Without saying anything, innit? You know where I'm coming from, innit?
I know where you're coming from, yeah. Listen, my problem is this, you could come here and say what you want all this about, The bottom line is something's gonna change. No matter what you do, no matter how much you try, it doesn't work. I don't know why. That's why.
What doesn't work?
You know how much you're trying. You know when you try for certain people, it doesn't work.
Oh, trying to help someone, you mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean, don't you? You try your best. And sometimes, bro, it's just better you just let them learn this, the hard way. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, anyway, bro, even certain people warn me, bro.
Well, did you hear that? Yeah, did you hear that, Raindrop?
Yeah. No,
I mean, I would say the same thing to Trillo. You're gonna learn the hard way that the guy that you're speaking to on that channel is gonna chuck you under the bus under all circumstances. I'm telling you now, he's probably doing it right now. But you can see the way, like Faz is just literally reveling in it, And listen to how to take the piss afterwards.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't help certain people, bro. You can't.
I mean, and I'm glad you realized, because look, genuinely, before Triller, you might have thought, I wasn't thinking you were begging. I was genuinely thought, okay, Triller's come, let me give him something to go back with, literally, And when I mean going back with, but my point is this: I've gone. Look, a lot of people, are like, some people are like, carry on. Some people are not, and I'm like, listen, guys, if he's coming here genuinely, at least it shows something about him. We're gonna give him the credit for that, at least. At least he's here. There's 9 Muslims and 1, non-Muslim, and he's here. He's sat here and he's getting it from everybody. Fine. And this is why I wanted to say to you, okay, you're here, but who you actually here representing? What was the,
I was representing myself in my group.
Exactly. You're here for yourself, but that shows to me you are genuine about your religion. I'm genuine about my religion, but there's certain people that are not.
Yeah. And bro, all I'm saying is, time will tell. And today is going to be interesting. Today is going to be interesting.
Yeah, today is interesting. Today is interesting. Now, sometimes the way you show your love for your guru or your religion is just not to like to get reply to dogs. Like, sometimes just don't reply, just ignore them. Like, all right, whatever, man. You're nobody to the gurus. You're nobody to Waheguru. Like, it doesn't make no difference to Sikhi. That's
I'm not worried about Triller. I think Triller is playing 64D chess. Like, I mean, come on. I think he's pretty red pill on this.
Let me just, but the thing is, look here, I'm going to be serious. Some things were said in there that did annoy.
Right, and we said, hang on, the gurus that you believe in, they were brown, they weren't white. So what you try?
I'm not afraid of these guys. I'm not afraid of you guys. Do what you got to do. I am going to stand my ground, and I'm going to fight everybody. I'm going to fight for truth and justice. Yeah. I'm going to say this the American way, because obviously, but I'm fighting the bigger battle here, bro. I'm fighting for truth and justice. All right. I don't look at labels and religions and ideologies and nothing, bro. I look at people.
But they look at labels and ideology. He's talking to people that have the most amount of kind of disrespect towards other faiths. Now let's go into the main thing now, because we've got 80 thingies and the bit that is going to trigger people. Now, obviously, do you know what happened though? So let me explain what happened. Yeah. Let me explain what happened, Raindrop. So I was listening to this show, and they were talking, and they were like really giggling. Yeah, Raindrop.
Yeah, but no, I'm paying attention. I'm just
Yeah,
I'm engaging with
freaking.
Ultra's
I know, but
distracting me.
stop, because I need to. Me and you need to concentrate on this, man. No side chats, and need to
Okay.
concentrate, yeah, because this is a very kind of like thingy. So I was listening, yeah, and then yeah, he started to talk about, oh, I got something, yeah, and I started realizing they got something really, really, really amazing, yeah, and I was like, what is it? What is it? What could it be? What could it be? Yeah, and then what happened is this. Can you stop trying to look here? Whatever issues I got with Triller. Don't mock the dude. Yeah, just leave him be. Let him do what he's gonna do. And I'm gonna be honest, he's gonna learn the hard way. Like Sir Faz said, you're gonna learn the hard way, and you're gonna realize I'm not the bad guy here. As much as you think I am, I'm not the bad guy. And as much as you want me to be the bad guy, I'm not the bad guy. Yeah, I have my morals, I have my limits, and I have my own code of conduct. And I'm a type of person that's very trustworthy. When I promise something, I normally deliver, yeah. Normally 99% of the time. I'm not somebody to say, I'm gonna do this and I don't do it, yeah, or I'm gonna say this, and but then you say I'm not gonna say this, but then you say everything. Yeah. I'm not that type of dude, yeah. So I was listening, and then they started talking. Then I heard them say prophecies, yeah. I was like, okay, it's a prophecy. Then they let slip about the word, yeah. And I heard them say Karni Nama, yeah. So have you heard of Karni Nama?
Faintly, I heard it faintly, but
Yeah.
it's okay. So this is these prophecies. Just okay. You go on. You explain. Then I'll give my input.
Yeah, so Karni Nama, yeah, is a prophecy. Now I did hear it when I was I can't remember when I was at Sikh in uni. I think it was a Sikh society, and somebody was talking about prophecies, and then somebody mentions what's it called? Karni Nama. And obviously at the time, there wasn't that much of an internet, but it still was a little bit. So I remember just trying to find out what it is. Didn't get much thingy, but it was a prophecy. I was told that it's not really reliable, yeah, in the sense that obviously for me, this is not how all Sikhs see this. I see things like this. The Sri Guru Granth Sahib, yeah, is what I take as 100% legit. Anything in the Sri Guru Granth Sahib, I have to accept it. Outside of the Sri Guru Granth Sahib, yeah, like the Dasam Granth and this prophecy, that is something that I sometimes don't believe some of the stuff. Sometimes I do. Some of them I'm like, okay, I'm a bit dubious about. But this prophecy thing, I'm being honest, I've never looked into it. I heard about it, and I thought this doesn't sound, like it's that legit. I mean, what do you know about it though?
I mean, I don't know too much about it. It's kind of considered weak. It is important because it has the first two sentences of Das, so that's one of the references we find. These are esoteric prophecies. It's not like all the Sikhs are following it to the T. And prophecies are very normal. Like even in the Tibetan, so in Buddhism, there's something called the Kal Chakra Tantra. So that is a very, very interesting prophecy. And it talks about Islam and the flesh eaters. It's something amazing. We can.
All right, in Buddhism.
Yeah, in Buddhism, I think Jen Wallace might know about it, but it's something that if you can post it, you can read it. It's amazing. It is an amazing. It is an amazing prophecy. It's called the Kal Chakra Tantra. It's a very important Buddhist tantra or important Buddhist literature. It talks about Islam in a very negative light, but it's like they talk about them as barbaric, flesh eaters. They talk about it in very detailed. It's like they call them, these are the texts of the Shambhala. So it's basically a holy war between Buddhism and Islam, and it talks about.
Have you got that? So I'd be interested to see that as well.
Yeah, put it. I'm finding it right now.
So let's go into the Sikh, because this is look here. I'm
read it. That's gonna be so fun, especially the Raj.
Oh my god, they're gonna.
When I saw Raj Nama, I just I couldn't stop laughing, bro.
So let me just show you the one that I've actually got it from, yeah. And now, like I said, it's not this one.
I actually want Ultra to recite it because in his voice, it would even sound like it would have more of an impact.
Ultra? No.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ultra.
yeah.
No,
So,
I'm asking Ultra to become Sikh, and he can join
oh
us in the
yeah.
prophecy.
So for the reason why we're covering this is just because of the fact that those guys are going to be doing a show on it, and to kind of take the wind out of their sail, we're going to go over it first, yeah. So there's no real. See, you know, when you're playing chess, yeah, you need to not show your moves. That's the thing, though. You have to not show your moves because it would have been a good little show if I hadn't seen it, yeah. So let me just read what Gambi's saying. It's a prophecy little Sikhs know of, but I'm sure and have to look into it. If it's real, then it's Guru's Hukam. Sikh is getting strong in Sarangan with a little or no prachar. Yeah, so I think the person that's mentioned it was actually Books, because I think they were talking about prophecies. How is there any prophecies? And then I think he said there's a prophecy. So let me just now everybody, let me put a disclaimer first. All right, this is and the Raj. No. And is what can I write? This is the Guardian Nama. This can be the little title, and Rajaman is not accepted.
Rajanama, yeah, just the title of Rajanama.
Accepted
like, it's gonna cause a
by
triggering.
all Sikhs as authentic. And that's what I write. Yeah, so. Everybody sit down. Everybody sit down. Everybody sit down because actually, do you know what? I better do trigger warning on there as well.
It's going to cause a mass triggering event.
Let's right. So we did trigger warning. No, let's not disrespect. Okay, so let's go through this. So I'm going to read it, and all right. So Gardini Nama and Rajnama, the Sikh Book of Prophecies. Yeah, 2010. This is the name Gardini Nama and the Rajnama are two significant chapters of the Sarsakhi, the Sikh Book of Prophecies. Yeah. The Rajnama appears in the History of the Sikh by J.D. Cunningham on page 340. Cunningham comes across this document during the mid-19th century. He states, so that's actually quite late, he states that these compositions are of most course fabulous as regards Guru Nanak. So it's actually from Guru Nanak. The Gardinam was told by Qazi Rakundin, Pir Prajaduddin, Ghaus, Qutb, Salar, Hajar, who sat with Guru Nanak at the religious discussions. The Rajnama was told to Qur'an on Guru Nanak's return from Medina. Yeah, so this is where it gets interesting. Trigger warning, guys. Trigger warning. Yeah. Now, this is what they're really excited about. So, shall I read it?
Yeah, read it.
So, yeah, I don't. Gardini Nama, yeah.
I think Hassan might become a Sikh after this.
yeah. Hassan's gonna like. The thing is, Hassan, will probably convert after reading this. I'm gonna be honest with you, like he's gonna like this, yeah. While so this is a prophecy. Guru Nanak Dev Ji obviously was around during the 1500s, yeah, and a lot of this stuff about Aurangzeb were actually much later, 120, 130 years later. While Guru Nanak was in Mecca, Medina, Qazi Rukan then asked, "True King, tell us your prophecy, Galas. Tell us how you will unfold the future. Your name is Nanak Nirankari, and you are from the nation of the Lord. What are the instructions for the future?" So just to say, this is actually given by other sources. Yeah? So the person is telling what he heard. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's not like okay. So we don't consider it as same as Guru Granth Sahib Ji. This is like a subsidiary, a supplementary.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it's something that it seems like it's been kind of like passed down by certain people. The Gardini Nama was told to Khazar Rukha Khan. Yeah. Now, Khazari Rukkandin is actually saying what had happened, what was heard. So in reality, what was heard may not 100% be what was said. Could it not be? If you think about it, because it's from a third source. It's not directly from the gurus. He heard it and told them what he heard. Can you understand?
Yeah, of course.
So we got that as a get out clause. Your name is Nanak Nandikani, and you are from the nation of all. What are the instructions for the future? Nanak replied, Rukundin, listen to the true answer. Whoever reads or listens to this shall be content, all doubt shall be removed. In the 10th dress shall reside the Lord. I shall fight many battles against Emperor Aurangzeb. You come quite a lot later, maybe 250 years after. I shall then send a letter of victory, Zafarnama, to Aurangzeb with my Singh by Diyar Singh. Upon seeing this, that's my cousin name, Diyar Singh, yeah? Upon seeing him, powers shall lessen and he shall forget his devious ways. Emperor Aurangzeb will be overwhelmed by the sight of Diyar Singh and will start to tremble. The Khalsa being resurrected. Obviously, the Khalsa is the pure, the Sikhs. The good has not been done by Gobind Singh. I shall leave having given a kingdom, my name being Gobind. There will be a time when the Khalsa shall forget the teachings I have given them. Sikhi will only be left in name. Many wars shall occur. I will have to return and again to resurrect the Khalsa. They shall reside in the Punjab. I shall make people from all four corners into one. So far, okay. They will be in Majha. They will raid Lahore. Yeah, certain people like Dogra is going to be upset, obviously. Lahore used to be the capital of Punjab. They will bring Potara, Potahar to justice. They will take Peshawar. Yeah. They will set up a cantonment to attack and then open the Khyber Pass. Yeah, Khyber Pass. Remember, the Sikhs actually one of the few people to actually defeat the Afghans. They will establish a kingdom in Kabul and then take Ghazni. Yeah. And bringing Hazara to justice, they will march on to Kandahar. And taking Balak and Bukhara, they will conquer Sindh and Baloch. So they're basically going through the west, the west, and moving towards certain places. Now the next bit, everybody calm down when I read the next bit, please. This is not 100% legit, so this is something that is not accepted by the Sikhs. After gaining victory over these lands, they shall govern all the people. Mecca, Medina, and Rome shall tremble. They shall gain victory in battle over South and West India. The Guru's army shall sit at the throne of Delhi. Umbrellas of kingship shall sway over their heads. All shall be content. From east to west, all shall be conquered. None shall challenge the castle. All humanity shall become one. In the kingdom of the true king, such jug shall be established. The Khalsa Panth shall roll. The arrows of death shall not touch them. The army of the timeless shall grow and spread like a locust. All shall wear vestments of blue. No one else shall be seen. Listen, Kazai Rukundin. The Singh shall roll. I like that bit. The unholy sheikh. Oh, this is all right. So once again, this is not 100%. Thingy authentic to some Sikhs. The unholy sheikhs, unholy sheikhs shall be destroyed. Peers and murdeeds shall be no more. So they're unholy, meaning that it doesn't mean all sheikhs. It just means that the ones that are unholy, the bad ones. Like you can have bad people. All shall recite the name of the Lord, then he shall come himself. The untrue shall not be able to see his glory. All humanity shall unite, and he will distribute provinces. The earth shall give food, and the mountains shall give diamonds. Fruits of many kinds there shall be upon the sight of the timeless. All shall recite Waheguru and achieve salvation. Many dharamsalas, places of discussion, shall exist. This is very controversial. Now, let me say something. Apologies to any of my Muslim brothers and sisters. The Quran and the mosque shall vanish. The Lord shall manifest himself in body as man. He will make all utter Waheguru. All things shall flock under his banner. All shall know him as a true one. He will sit at the throne of Delhi. He will establish a kingdom of peace, and no enemies will remain. Wherever the Khalsa turns his eyes, the 14 realms shall tremble. For 14,000 years, the kingdom shall remain. 14,000 years. Wealth will be collected and food shall be distributed. The naked and the starving shall all receive. No one will go without. Sayat Nanak Rukundin, this is how it shall be. Whoever reads the Kani Nam, his love with the Lord shall grow. The word of the timeless shall prevail. Those uttering falsehood should not remain. And the effect of the calm, forest, mountains, and the world shall see salvation. The Khalsa shall rule. There will be no one left to oppose them. All of who lost shall gain the safety of the Khalsa. So that's the first one. Do you want to kind of just go over that and tell me what your kind of take on that is?
Yeah, so it's very similar to the Buddhist scripture of the Kal Chakra Tantra. So I'll put in the link in the back chat so then you can read some of the, or I can read parts of the Kal Chakra Tantra. So the Kal Chakra Tantra, I'm trying to organize my thoughts to explain this. So
can you just explain to working class patriot, what do you mean by 14? That's the 14. What's it? What did you say again? It's for
14 realms. So
yeah, it's not that. It's not that. It's not. We're not ethno-nationalists. 14 words.
I just saw the link with that. Oh God, this cracked me up. So okay, the thing is that in this prophecy, right? The age that we're living in is called, so this basically the Kal Chakra Tantra means the wheel of time, okay? And this I would say it has a lot of parallels with the Kal Chakra Tantra. Let me post the link of the Kal Chakra in the chat so that you can see it. So that's based on the Tibetan Buddhist. And
we'll go over that in a bit. Let's just go over this one first.
Yeah, so a lot of these references. So, for example,
oh my God,
they're talking about okay, battle together.
Look at that advertisement on there. Bloody hell, man! Ladies' underwear. You don't realize.
Yeah, so the Khalsa, when they talk about the Khalsa, it's not only like Sikh perspective. It's not only the Sikhs. Khalsa means those who have a pure mind, you know, and they're talking about that, you know, as Kal Yuga. So the age that we're living in is called Kal Yuga, or in Icelandic saga they call it the Rumspringa. Okay, so like it comes from the Indo-Germanic root. So we believe that there are 4 ages. There is Satyug, means like golden age, then Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, then Treta Yuga, and then Kal Yuga. So this is common in Buddhism, Hinduism, Germanic paganism, the Icelandic Eddas, so you know, in the Vedas or the Hindu scriptures. In Iceland, they call it the Edda. Okay, so this is like a universal among the Indo-Aryan religions. So the age that we're living in currently is called the Kal Yuga, and the Kal Yuga lasts around 300,000 years, of which 5,000 years have passed. So this prophecy comes nearing the end of 300,000 years. So it's like we still have 295,000 years left. So don't worry, Raj is not coming in packed up, you know, armed up. He's not gonna come. he's not getting on.
But the thing is, look, kid. The thing is, I don't personally. I'm going to be honest, and I think a lot of Sikhs in the thing. This is not something that, you know, is like legit within the Sikh community. It's not something that's, you know, read in the Gurdwara, or it's something that most Sikhs take seriously. It's something that, you know, it can be discounted.
It is recited among the Dandami Takso group. So like these scriptures, they're recited amongst the Nahangs. So the Nahangs will. There are some videos on YouTube, but mostly the Nahangs will read this during their prayers. But I'm talking about the explanation. So the explanation of this is that, so I think that in Islam and in the Abrahamic religion, they call it the end of times. So it'll occur in 295,000 years. It's not something that's going to happen, you know.
How many years?
Like in 295,000 years.
No one's got worried, are they?
Yeah, so like
how did you get that? How did you get that number though? That's a very random.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So in Kal Yuga, so each age has a certain amount of years. In Kal Yuga, it lasts around 300,000 years. So Kal Yuga or Kali Yuga, it's 300,000 years long, of which 5,000 years have passed. So we have 295,000 years left. So in this prophecy, what they're talking about is at the end of Kal Yuga. So nearing the end of Kal Yuga, so about 15,000 years before it ends, this is when the stuff is going to roll. This is when it's going to really, you know, get implemented. And I think it kind of backs up the Islamic prophecies too, because in Islam, they talk about their 2 armies, one from the east and one from the west. and the eastern side will make it, I think that the Dajjal or something, they're going to come in from the east and they're going to make it all the way, and that the amount of Muslims are going to be reduced to a handful. I think it matches a lot of the stuff that even the Muslims in their prophecies has. So the Sikh religion, we don't really have that, too many prophecies. I think these are the only two prophecies that we even mention, and they're not mentioned in mainstream Sikhi. They're mentioned in like a subsect. So like the Nihangs will believe in this, but it's not something that the Akalis or like the Akal Takht is like saying, yeah, this is the standard thing, compared to the Kal Chakra Tantra, which is followed by all the major Buddhist schools. And they have like they go into really the itty gritty details, because they label this as the what you call it. Oh, okay, the 300,000 years. Okay, I'll find the reference. It's called you.
But where they're saying that this particular so-called prophecy will occur is that you talk about the end of.
So in this prophecy, they talk about the ending of Kal Yuga. So okay, for 14,000 years, the kingdom shall remain, and Satya, meaning the Sat, meaning the truth, the age of truth will begin. So that means now the age of truth, the Satya Yuga lasts like I think 2-3 million years. Like that, it begins the cycle of time. So it's called so this is where the Buddhism matches up, because the Buddhists, they call it the wheel of time. The Kal Chakra, meaning the wheel of time. Akal. So we have Akal Purak. Akal Purak mean the timeless one. So in Buddhism, they use it Akal Tantra. So Akal Chakra. So Kal means time. So we have Akal Purak, the timeless one, which is God. Okay, and the Buddhists will also use the word Kal, and Kal is they call it time. Chakra means the wheel, so the wheel of time. So the Kal Chakra is the wheel of time, and the Tantra means that this is a treatise, a tantric document. So this is where the Sikh and the Buddhist, they intersect. So our prophecies intersect together.
So it says here that these prophecies were in the old Janam Sakhis written by Bhai Balla, who accompanied Guru Nanak Dev Ji on his travels. However, the British removed them. This is it's hard to tell, like how authentic.
Yeah, it's not something that's. We're talking about very esoteric stuff. This is not like mainstream Sikhi, This is like esoteric upon esoteric. So this is where the intersection.
Yeah, big up Hassan. Sorry, big up to Hassan, man. See you later, Hassan, man. Take care, man.
Big up.
So let me read the second part of here, because I don't know whether people can take anymore. So obviously they're going to read the whole thing, but we might as well read it. Yeah, this is what's triggered them very badly. Yeah. So the Rajnama, I think this is the one that's probably going to trigger them more. Yeah. So the Rajnama, is like I think it could be a second part to it. Let me just where is it? Can you see? Okay. So the Rajnama, it's a little bit shorter. Sponsored by the first master. First Nanak went to Mecca. Medina he afterwards visited. The Lord of Mecca and Medina got on. He made his disciple when Kanan was about to depart. Got on the fortunate thus spoke. Now thou art about to go, but when wilt thou return? This is very English kind of thing. When the Guru thus answered, when I put on my 10th dress, I shall be called Gobind Singh. Obviously the 10th Guru. Then shall all Singhs wear their hair. They shall all accept the Bahala, the two-headed sword, or the Kandal. They shall all. Then the caste should be established. Then shall men exclaim, Waheguru. The four races shall become one and the same. The four races. Oh, we need to have a look into it. The 5 weapons shall be worn by all. In Kal Yuga, they shall all array themselves in vestments of blue. The name of the caste shall be everywhere. In the time of Aurangzeb, the wondrous caste shall rise, which did happen. Then shall battles be waged, endless war shall ensue, and fighting shall follow year after year. They shall place the name of Gobind Singh in their hearts, where many heads shall be rendered up, the empire of the caste shall prevail. First they shall conquer Punjab, then other countries shall be theirs. Hindustan and the north shall be possessed by them. Then the West will bow to them. Okay, dudes, calm down, the working class, calm down. The West could just mean, because the West out then was like Iran and stuff like that.
It refers to the Middle East. The
Middle East. India, so calm down. I could see Dave going, what? What? Never shall we surrender. So yeah, we're talking about the West in those days meant
The west of Punjab.
yeah. So anything like Iraq, Iran, up to the Middle East. Yeah, yeah. I have to just say that because I don't need our mini Winston Churchill to go mad and start doing his speech. We shall never surrender. First, all right. So the castle there. First, they shall conquer Punjab. Then the other countries shall be theirs. Hindustan and the north shall be possessed by them. When the west shall bow to them. When they enter Khorasan. Yes, obviously, that's obviously what it's. Khorasan, Kabul, and Kandahar shall lie low. So that's the west. They're talking about that's actually Afghanistan. Iran, when Iran has been laid prostrate, Arabia shall be conquered and shall march onto Mecca. Calm down. Sorry, dude. Mecca shall be beheld and Medina shall be seized. Mighty shall be rejoicing, and all shall exclaim, Waheguru. Unbelievers shall everywhere be destroyed. Here. Now, this is the thing. Yes, all right. Yes.
This is so much
shall be exalted. Beasts and birds shall tremble in the presence of the Lord. Men and women shall everywhere call on God. The earth, the oceans, and the heavens shall call on God. By calling on the Guru shall men be blessed. Every faith shall become of the Khalsa. No other religion will remain. Obviously, that sounds a bit ominous. Vaheguru shall everywhere be repeated, and pain and trouble shall depart. In the Kal Yuga, shall the kingdom be established, which Nanak received from the Lord. Worthless I fall before God. Nanak, the slave, cannot comprehend the ways of the Lord. Thus replied Nanak to Quran's question, Atta Vaheguru. The Qadi Nama and the Rajnama are two significant chapters of the Source Sakhi, the Sikh book of history. The Rajnama appears in the History of the Sikhs by J.D. Cunningham on page 340. Cunningham come across this document during the mid-9th century. He states that these compositions age, of course, fabulously regarded and appear to be the composition of the commencement of middle of the last century. The Qadi Nama was told by Qazai Rukunuddin, Pir Bahand Din, Ghaus, Gadar, Salar, Haj, Sheikh, and Mazaruna, who sat with Guru Nanak at religious discussions. The Rajnama was told to Quran, the Emperor of Rome, when Guru Nanak's return from Medina. These prophecies are in the old Janam Sakhis written by Bhai Balla, who accompanied Guru Nanak on his travels. However, the British removed them. Rajgaya Khalsa, Akira in Koya. This is said by the Sikhs, and as it can be said that the Qadi Nama is the only source of these words. So yeah, I mean you can see, yeah, I mean there's some controversial bits in there, and obviously we can go over them and stuff like that and find out.
You want to find a YouTube video of it playing, like in the
yeah. I need to see.
Yeah, I'll give you the link.
Don't worry, everybody. Don't worry. We're not coming over to kind of like like take over. Yeah, I think it's more of a kind of what you call kind of not a metaphor. It's more of a sort of it's not like I don't think you should take it like 100% seriously in the sense that everyone's going to become. I think what they're saying, everyone's going to become believe in God basically. Yeah, the godless will start believing in God. Yeah, and so you can see these guys over on Fudu Fazes. Unfortunately, I've taken your little wind out of your sails, guys. So we can now research it.
Wrong.
Yeah.
When it comes to bite you in the ass. No.
Yeah, so Ashok Singh says many people have made their own version of Soul Sakhi, like Namtaris, to match the claim of their guru. Okay. Look at the bright side, everyone will be allowed a sword, and there will be no need for Black Lives to be. Yeah, true. Working class patriot. We'll get you all dressed up in blue with a long beard and turban, and you can have your own kirpan. So yeah. So we'll go. It's actually quite an interesting topic, to be honest. It's something that I haven't.
It was because it's written so. This matches. I think it matches almost very closely to the Buddhist tantras, the Kal Chakra. We call it the Kal Chakra tantra, the Wheel of Time.
Let's go. Shall I show them?
Yeah.
So the Buddhists are supposed to be very peaceful, though. So what happens to their one then?
So in their tradition, it's very. So they call them the invasion of the flesh eaters. So in the Buddhist
where is it?
scripture, they call it the kaya. This is it. So you could look at the mandalas.
Oh, I can't go
look
through
at
the whole
deity.
thing, man.
Oh no, yeah, I have another link. I'm trying to find I'm trying to find the exact quote so I can read it, but it's hard to find it. The Kal Chakra.
Galalakachara lineage.
The Kal Chakra. So the
Kal
it's
Chakra.
Kal Chakra.
Yeah, here it is. Kal Chakra lineages.
Tantra. Yeah, the lineage. So it's a very detailed. So they have like different gurus. They have the Guru Rinpoche. They have the Tibetan gurus. Then they have deities. Like they have the different Tibetan deities. So it's a mad crazy war because what happens in there. So I'll give you a summary. Basically, what happens, according to the Buddhist, that the flesh eaters, okay, invade India. So they invade India for coming in from the east. All right. And they talk about how these people they sacrifice animals to a god, and they make the animal suffer. They bleed the animal, and they give like really a whole description. And these are like the Tibetan, the Mongolian monks. Like these are because Tibetan Buddhism is followed in Mongolia, so this will even influence Genghis Khan a lot. So they describe that these people, they call them the barbarians, the flesh-eating barbarians. When they move in, they disturb and they destroy. And it's true that if you look at the Buddhists, the Islamic invasion was very brutal. They destroyed a lot of the Buddhist monasteries. They destroyed a lot of the Buddhist statues. So Afghanistan was a Buddhist country. A lot of the original schools of Buddhism, they were in Afghanistan at that time. So this Kal Chakra Tantra is it goes into hundreds of pages in detail about what happens, when does it happen, they have different lineages of monks. So they talk about the Shaolin, the Gyatso, the Rinzai sect, the Japanese. They talk about how all the different Dharma orders, the Dharma monks, okay, they unite to face off the flesh eaters. So it's like basically like a zombie movie, and this again occurs like 300,000 years down the road. It's not something that occurs now, but they basically describe Islam as a barbaric, flesh-eating religion, and they describe how these people they come in and they don't.
There was no Islam then, though. It was Buddhism.
No, there was. So in the 11th, so the Kal Chakra Tantra came about in the 10th century.
All right. Much later.
So what happened in India when the Islamic invasion happened? They started destroying a lot of the temples, the Hindu temples, the Buddhist temples. A lot of the monks were killed. So they took the scripture, they took a lot of the holy scriptures in the Buddhist and Hindu temples, and they took them into the mountains of Tibet. They took them into Shambhala, and then they had the Chinese monks coming in to help the Indian monks to kind of escape from this onslaught. So I'm talking about the 9th, 10th century. So the 10th, 11th.
Okay, I thought it was written during the time of Buddha.
No. This came very, very later on. So they talk about the Buddha. They talk about the pictures of the deities are really cool. You should really put I'll send you some pictures of the Tibetan deities. It's mad cool. They have like these multiple arms, and they're just like they're going crazy and stuff. And the art is amazing. No, I'll give you a better.
Yeah, look at the screen. Just what you're talking about.
No, not this one. Not this. I mean, yeah, this is they're different tantra deities. So 1 second. Let me give you a better picture. So there are deities of war. Okay, it's very similar to Japanese Rinzai Buddhism. So even the Japanese they have this. Let me find a better picture. It's amazing stuff. I love this kind of
But the thing is, I think they're gonna use.
I put the link. Put this link in the chat.
I mean, what they're saying. I think what they're gonna go down the route is, okay, the Ghazwat Tal-Hind. The Ghazwat Tal-Hind prophecy that India will be conquered, blah 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 blah, and all of this kind of stuff. There's gonna be some prophecy at the end, and that I've been saying that this Ghazwat Tal-Hind is a problem. Now, the reason why I classify the Ghazwat Tal-Hind as a problem is that multiple people or Islamic forces have tried to implement or tried to make it come true. Now, the Sikhs are not going around trying to make this prophecy come true through force. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We're not going around. Oh, there's this prophecy, and now we're gonna make it come true.
Post these pictures, bro. Show these pictures. They're really cool pictures.
But you understand what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I understand. I mean, it's look, these are very esoteric prophecies, and these are not something which all the Gurdwaras are saying, yeah, everyone pack up, arm up, guys, it's time to invade Mecca. This is something that
Oh,
it's
this
like,
bloody one. Oh.
yeah, it's more about a historical reference, to show about. And look, I tell this to the Muslims all the time. Akis, wal bara will create more wal bara. Hate will beget hate. Okay, the more
So what is
hate you
going on in
show
this
to them.
picture, man? I can't even see it.
Show another picture. Show the skeleton picture. That was cool. So these what
Where
happens
is it? This is
these
the
are
only
the
one.
deities. So these are the
But it's the only
deities
one
that
I've
will
got.
help. It's in the chat. I posted 2 more links. Let me see.
Okay.
In the private chat, you just scroll down to the next link, the one with the skeletons. That looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to go through this prophecy, not because, to be honest, I don't really even take it that seriously. You
got the one with the skeletons? Yeah, this is one. There's another one. You see the heads, right? So this is a Tibetan. So in there, in the Buddhist. So I use the Buddhist reference. Religion's like, oh, you're talking about Buddhism. The guy's, he's uneducated on this. The Buddhist, the Hindu, and the Sikhs, they are extremely intimately related. So when we talk about the Kal Chakra, they talk about, the Buddhists talk about Akal Purak. So we have the same concept.
Yeah, I mean, I have spoken to him about this kind of like thingy, because I think from his argument would be that Sikhism isn't really in the Dharmic faiths, and it's not in the Abrahamic faiths. It's in the middle. I think that's what I remember him saying once. It's like it's two, but I did.
The Sikh
well, let me explain. So I did speak to him, and I did say, look, here, when it comes to Sikhi, the fundamentals, which is about how we see God, how we see the afterlife, how we see God, punishing us and all this kind of stuff, is totally in the realms of the Dharmic faith. And that's actually one of the most important parts about meditating and stuff like this. And other stuff, obviously, has a link in some way to the Abrahamics, but it's 100% more swayed towards the Dharmic. Yeah,
dude, we are 100% Dharmic, bro. I mean, even this prophecy, so the Karni Nama, and if you read the prophecy, you talk about the Kal Yuga, and you compare it to the Buddhist prophecy. So we have Akal Purak, which we call timeless God. And the Buddhists, they call it Kal Chakra. So the chakra, so even the chakra that the Sikh.
Who are these guys? Who are these?
These are the agents of what they say, that to help the monks, to help the Buddhists, even the different spirits and deities will come out of the mountains and to help the monks, fight.
I thought this was Nas TV.
That might be Abu Tala.
Abu Tala and Nas TV. Nas TV's laptop got broken.
Well, I don't know what happened, but it's skinny. Like,
he got knocked over. He got knocked over. Nas TV. He got knocked over by some grannies, and they started, debating him. Got a socky out and started whacking his legs. And his legs are like twiglets. And they broke his legs. Fudu. He's a little cunt though. I have no sympathy for him, man.
The Tibetan tantras are just amazing. The pictures, the diagrams they have are just awesome. And then when you go to Japan, they call it the Benzai Koten. So they have the same deities, okay? They have the same deities in Japan, in India, in Tibet, and so we call them Devi and Devta. So this is what they're talking about, the Devtas and the Devis, okay? While traditionally, if you look at Islam, the way they were portrayed, so the Zoroastrian, for example, the Zoroastrian religion, they were following the Ahura Mazda, or we call it the Zoroastrian religion, was called the Asura. So the Asuras were the good guys, according to the Zoroastrian religion, while the Devas, or the demigods, were the bad guys, according to their scripture. So there was this constant friction between the Devas and the demigods and the demons. And what happened with Islam, it picked up a lot of things from the Asuras. So you'll see the white robes. So if you look, you look at the Hajj, right, in Mecca, where they circle the Kaaba, they look like Buddhist monks. I mean, they shaved the head. Shaved the head. They got the white robes, and those are because those were Brahmins of the Asuras. So the Asuras, or the demonic entities, okay, they were wearing white robes and they would shave their heads. Okay, so this was a practice that comes like.
But why did they get so upset when you say that though? Because like, if someone says that, like there's certain things from Sikhi that, like a certain clothing and stuff that might be kind of Persian or stuff, I don't get really offended. But yeah, whatever. It's just like, you know, certain things kind of come into that land and stuff. But they go crazy when you say this, like a link to like Buddhism or something like
Oh,
that. So,
dude, the link between Islam and Buddhism is extremely strong. I was surprised. So, okay, there's this famous, so you have to look this up. It's called the Burma Kids, Barmakids. So the Burma Kids, right? So what happened was that when the Islamic invasion of Afghanistan happened, they started, Afghanistan was like a Buddhist country at that time. And there was a school called the Nava Vihara, okay? And this school, it's called, I'm going to type this in the chat so people can look it up, but it's amazing stuff. So you know the dome in all the mosques, like the dome structure, it comes from the Buddhist stupas. So the Buddhists, they have something called the stupas. Okay, they have these big domes. And what happened was that when the Islamic invasion happened in Afghanistan, one of the biggest centers of learning were the Burma kids. The Burma kid monks, you know, they basically infiltrated Islam in the 9th century. And this is a famous book from Harun al-Rashid. So the 1001 Arabian Nights, the stories, even like the shirt that you're wearing, right? The shirt with the collars. It comes from the influence of the Burma kids. So the Burma kids were these very high IQ Buddhist monks, and they had a massive influence on Islam from the roots of it. So from the structure, even they had an influence on what's that guy, the Hadith collector, Sahih Bukhari. So Sahih Bukhari himself was coming from Bukhara. This is like Central Asia, but it was all Buddhist. They're all Buddhists, okay. And but when he was born, his grandfather, I think, was a monk, okay, and his grandfather converted to Islam. But certainly the influence of the Buddhists was there. So that's where
yeah,
you have the
I,
whole literalist school, and this comes from the Buddhist doctrines. A lot of them. It's amazing. The
yeah.
links
So
between
sorry,
Buddhism.
Raindrop. The thing is, I've actually got some. Didn't see this, but this is a full-on rebuttal of the
The Karni Nama.
yeah. So this does. So I'm going to have to read this at some point. I need to go through it. This doesn't portray Gurmat correctly. Prophecy is not a part of Gurmat because this interferes with his hukam. No matter what he who decides ultimately what will happen, and he can change his mind at the last split second. So nothing is for certain. All is in his mind. Only no one else knows. These words cannot be spoken by Guru Nanak Dev Ji because of whatever he spoke was Kasam Ki Bani, and that is recording in the AADs, Grant, SDJs by Guru Arjan Sahib. So these words were indeed spoken by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Yet, just the thing, I don't, for me, and that's always concerned quite controversial, anything that's not in the Sri Guru Granth Sahib, I don't have to accept, in my opinion. Like, if I'm like, okay, I don't accept that, I'm just going to say it. Yeah, that's how I personally see it. Now, I might be wrong, and some people might get upset, but that's how I tend to see it. Yeah, I don't know how you tend to see it. Would you say that as well? Like, you know, unless it's
yeah, unless it's in Guru Granth Sahib,
Sahib, we can kind of pick and choose.
So the Sikh religion, our main scripture is Guru Granth Sahib, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Okay, then we have two more scriptures. We have the Dasam Granth and we have the Sarblog Granth. The Dasam Granth is also an important scripture, but it's a supplementary scripture. While the Sarblog Granth, okay, is followed by the Nahang. So we have like two groupings. We have the mainstream Sikhs and the mainstream Sikhi, and then we have the elite or the Khalsa who are just constantly preparing themselves for a time of war, and that is the Nahang sect. And the Nahang sect have three scriptures. So they have Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, they have the Dasam Granth, and they also have the Sarblog Granth. And these, when you enter into these scriptures, they're extremely esoteric. They're high IQ, bro. It's the same way if you enter into Tibetan Buddhism. So if you look at the country of Bhutan, they have the guru. They have followed a guru called Guru Rinpoche. Okay, and a lot of their descendants moved to Japan. So
dude, can you do me a favor? Can you just hold the show for a minute? I can just.
Yeah, bro. I love talking about intellectual.
I know you do. Just give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll hold the show. Go ahead.
Yeah, it'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll answer the chat. So you have from the Bhutan, the monks going from Bhutan to Japan, and they had a huge influence on the Japanese culture on the island of Hokkaido. So the island of Hokkaido, they went down. So Hokkaido is like near Russia. They then traveled further down into the mainstream islands of Japan. So, oh yeah, cognitive dissonance. Is this Raindrop the Hindu? Yeah, I love being called. Pick up the Hindus though. Pick up. Yeah, I've been called a Hindu. I've been called a Shia. I've been called a Buddhist. But because I love Buddhism. There's extreme beauty in Buddhism. Okay, any other questions? Yeah, AV 2510. Yeah, so we went to bow down to the Guru Granth Sahib Ji, but the Dasam Granth, it fills in a lot of details. Okay, so the Dasam Granth is important because it gives us a proper history of what happened in the past, um, in the previous time cycles. So the Sikh, so a lot of people think the Sikh is only like 500 years old. In reality, it's not. It's not clear cut like that. The Sikh philosophy has existed for thousands and thousands of years, and it goes back in time. So we believe. So this is where the Dharma religions. I talk about the Dharma religions because Buddhism, Hinduism, Sikhism, Jainism, we all believe in a cyclic, time. So there are four ages. You have Satyug, or the age of truth. You have the third yug, the Dwapar yug, and the Treta yug, and then you also have the Kal yug. So we're in the Kal yug or the Kali yuga that exists right now. Ask away questions. Pick up Aurora Dawn. And these concepts of the cyclical time are original. They existed in Europe as well, ancient Europe, the Germanic religions, the Icelandic. So yeah, in the Hinduism you have the Vedas. In the Icelandic sagas of the Vikings, they called it the Edda, Edda. Okay, and the Eddas are amazing, poetry. You should read the Eddas; it's really cool. And it comes with the Druids. The Druids had a massive. They were like the priestly class of ancient Britannia. You know. Oh yes, I'm going into Rain Man mode. Yes, yes I am. Okay. Oh, so let me tell you guys about the Burma kids. So you really research this. It's amazing stuff. So the Burma kids were Buddhist monks. They were from the Nava Vihara school or the new school. So in Buddhism, you have like different schools. You have the Vajrayana sect, or they call it the upper vehicle. You have the Vajrayana, you have the Theravada, you have the Nava Vihara. The Nava Vihara school was in Afghanistan. And the Nava Vihara school was very influential in early Islam. So you have this famous person called Harun al-Rashid, and Harun al-Rashid was famous because he talked about his stories from the 1001 Arabian Nights is very famous. And that 1001 Arabian Nights comes from the Panchatantra, which is like 6,000 years old. These are famous, freaking hell, these are famous stories. And the Panchatantra went into the Harun al-Rashid, and Harun al-Rashid was heavily influenced by the Burma kid. So the Burma kids, they converted, superficially they converted into Islam, but their influence, the Buddhist influence on Islam is very deep. So if you talk about in Islam, you have like the Mutazilites. So they influenced the Mutazilite school. So the Mutazilites were rationalists. They were trying to understand Islam from a Greek Orthodox, basically from a Greek rationalistic perspective. So they were the earliest school, the Mutazilite school, and they were having debates with the Hanafi scholars, okay, who were more of the, we'll just follow what's written. We're not going to try to give a logical interpretation of what the scripture says. And there was this big beef between the Mutazilite, and you have the other school, which is the Hanafi and the more traditional Islamic orthodoxy, which won later on. But the Mutazilites and the Burma kids had a huge influence, and that is felt even today because you have the Muttaridi school, which then influences the Deobandi school. So the Deobandis are the Muttaridis, okay? And then the Sufis were influenced by Hinduism because the Sufis, you have the Chistis and Naqshbandis, the Suravardi school. These are all, you can just say, different versions of Hinduism. So I actually agree with the Salafis a lot because when I studied the Salafis, they basically want to go back to the original. They want to just follow the Quran and the Sunnah. They don't want those other influences that have crept into Islam. And I agree with them. A lot of the Barelvis, Deobandis, they're just soft versions of Hinduism. I agree with that. So I've come upon an understanding that the Salafia. If you want to talk about the closest, if you want to talk about scientific Islam, the closest that follows the.
I'm back, dude. I'm back.
It's the Quran and the Sunnah. That would be the Salafi schools.
Oh, forget that. Forget them. Yeah.
I'm just having a Rain Man moment.
I know. You need. This is why. This is a lot of people think I'm rude with you. Yeah, I stop interacting, but I know.
Yeah, I can go on for hours.
Do you know what I see? Is that it's like you're going down a route, yeah, and I know if I let continue, if I don't shut it there, it's going to go on like on a massive tangent. So I'm just like, all right, cut it there. Yeah. So sometimes, yeah, sorry, man. Sorry to thingy, but I've got to kind of like shorten it down because I haven't got enough of thingy, man. We'll go till 1 o'clock here. So let me just kind of wrap up here. One of the reasons why these guys are so excited about finding this particular kind of like, prophecy, because I have said in the past that I have a problem with one particular prophecy here, which is Ghazwal Tal Hind. Now, it's also something that, isn't accepted by everyone. And this one here, I mean, the more I'm kind of looking into it, it doesn't really, for me, I'm not really too convinced. I'm being straight with you, yeah. But the difference is this. With the Ghazwal Tal Hind prophecy, yeah, that particular prophecy has been pushed in order to become reality over hundreds of years. So there's lots of kind of mentions of the Ghazwal Tal Hind that people want to make it happen even to today. There's people in Pakistan and stuff like that, and even during the Islamic conquest they thought they need to make Ghazwal Tal Hind, which is the conquest of Hind, or India as today. And so they would keep on raiding into India, trying to conquer India. Now the Sikhs are not going around trying to conquer places to make this prophecy come true. Do you understand? Yeah. We're not going around trying to conquer people to make that prophecy come true. Now, if we do, then maybe you can start going, okay, what's going on here? Until then, you just need to take it for what it is. It's a prophecy that, the Sikhs have that isn't accepted by all. And, it could be something that, we can... I look, everyone's saying, thank God. Oh, look at scientific method. Our resident atheist, Pakistani, Kashmiri. Do they call them a murtad? What do they call them when they have no belief in God no more? We will bring him over though. We will bring him back to some form of like belief in God. Yeah, he doesn't have to believe in a religion, but God at least, the creator. So yeah, everyone's saying they loved it. Yeah, they said they want you to carry on. Yeah. Avtar Singh said, thank God, I wanted Triller, I wanted a raindrop to carry on for 50 more years. That's what Avtar said, man. But Raj came back and ruined it. Yeah, so everyone's really singing. Yeah, so I need to start wrapping up, yeah. But I don't think it's that bad in terms of triggering people. I might show one or two of the bits again just so people can kind of maybe get their heads around it a bit more. But here's the criticism of it, which I think is actually pretty good, and I'm actually going to go through it. And I'll probably have to get Bups on there at some point as well to have a discussion with him, because he's the one that actually bring it up when they were talking to them lot. So obviously, I think the bits that are going to really upset you is going to be the prophecy that what is it? I don't like even reading it because it's going to get sticky. But I think the thing that's going to make them upset is obviously this part, which is the kind of conquest of where is it? Yeah, Arabia shall be conquered, and they shall march on to Mecca. Yeah. Mecca shall be beheld, and Medina shall be seized. Mighty shall be the rejoicing, and all shall exclaim Waheguru. Yeah, so that's probably going to upset them. And I think the other thing that's going to upset them is going to be from the Karni Nama, which is basically, where is it? Lahore is going to fall as a scientific method in the Sikh prophecy. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's that legitimate, but I say Lahore, that's going to upset Dogra. Peshawar is going to fall. Khyber Pass is going to fall. Kaaba, Kabul, Kandahar, Balak and Bukhara, Sindh and Baloch is going to fall to the Sikhs. Now, this is where it gets a bit controversial. Mecca, Medina, and Rome shall tremble. Okay, yeah. So that's the bit. Delhi and from east to west, all shall be conquered. None shall challenge the castle. All humanity shall become one. And so, in the kingdom of the true good, Satyajog shall be established. The castle upon shall roll. The arrows of death shall not touch them here. Now, there's one other bit here. Now, this bit here is obviously controversial. The only sheikh, the unholy sheikh shall be destroyed. Beads and meredith shall be no more. Now, I think what it means by this is that, the holy people that are, you know, not really holy. They're people that pretend to be holy. You know, like those Catholic priests that are like abusing children. They're taking positions of religious piety, but in reality, they're abusing their position. So it does say the unholy ones. So the holy ones will probably be fine. Now, obviously, the bit that probably is going to trigger people the most, I don't think I even read that. I mean, let me have a look at it. I think this will be the one that's going to trigger people. I don't think any. Do you know what? Yeah, Raindrop. Oh, he's gone into the chat again.
Yes, bro. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I reckon, yeah, all of these lot, yeah, are going to hate their Sikh friends from now on. I could imagine them going around going, Sikhs, yeah, they're going to conquer our land. Like all of them, yeah. Sid Bash's neighbor. Sid Bash is going to be chucking bricks through the window from his Sikh neighbor. Ta, you think you're going to conquer? Ta, ta. Naburu Fudu pirates is going to be walking around hands low, graffitiing places. Sikhs will never roll. Yeah. And
okay, wait. I found. You want me to read what the Buddhist prophecy is? The Kal Chakra.
Yeah. Tell us the Buddhist part, but I just want to read one little bit before that because that's the most controversial part. And I understand why it would be so controversial, and I actually want to look into exactly what this means, yeah, because it's actually something that, you know, I'm actually like a little bit surprised about myself. This is why I kind of like treat this with a pinch of salt. It's from a third party who's actually writing it down. Where is it? Right there. So there should be no more. You know, seeing could you imagine Halima reading this? Luckily, I've reported to prevent.
It's going to cause a mass.
I've reported to the authorities anyway because she's been saying the most insane stuff on her channel, and then people say you can't report it. Well, she's talking about killing blasphemers. I'm reporting her, especially when she's putting my name in. You can't blaspheme the Sharia. He'll be dead under Sharia. Rah, rah, rah. So I'm going to report. Dude, I can't find a bit about the Quran bit, and there's a bit about the established because this is going to be the bit that's going to really upset them. They're going to be frothing at the mouth.
I'll read what the Buddhists have written.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, the culture. So this one, the culture. I put the link on in the chat, and so it's verse 154 from the Kal Chakra Tantra, and it reads: Adam, Noah, Abraham, and 5 others, Moses, Jesus, the white-clad one, Muhammad, and Mahdi, with Tamas, are in the Asura Naga caste. The 8th will be the blinded one. The 7th will manifestly come to the city of Baghdad in the land of Mecca, the place in this world where
can you share the screen though? Can you share the screen because I don't want you to say you didn't.
I put the link here. I'll put the link of
where?
I'll put it in the private chat. It's all the way on the bottom. Dharma wheel.
So let me actually because then Jen can get it as well.
Yeah, Jen's gonna get it definitely.
Jen's gonna get it as well, man. She's getting red pilled hard, man. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Yesterday, Abu Qatada was like literally mocking her faith, saying your faith is nonsense and all of this. And so she was defending her faith. Yeah, everyone went mad at her. Yeah, because she then defended herself. Yeah. Raj, you get that Philip pinched, I understand, but you can't break. Well, I'm sorry. He said he's going to do jihad on me. I didn't say it. He said it. Don't tell me. If he says he's going to do jihad on me and he's actually said it, I can play it to you. He said, if Raj keeps on talking about Islam, I'm going to go jihadi on him. That's not my fault. Yeah. And I'm talking about somebody else here. There's this woman who's absolutely insane. You don't even know who I'm talking about. It's the other woman. Even her own Muslim brothers and sisters say she's insane. You know who I'm talking about, Halima. That Bagal Kuriya, that's literally calling for the death of apostates, talking about Sharia this, you're going to get killed under Sharia. I've got so many videos of her doing that shit. So yeah, I will report people like that, man. And if you say you're going to go jihadi on me, then told Naburu Pirates, ask him why he said that if I talk about Islam, he's going to go jihadi on me. You need to talk to him. Yeah, I didn't put the words into his mouth.
Yeah, so you have to scroll down because someone's like there's a Buddhist forum and they're talking about the Kal Chakra, prophecy tantra.
Okay, so questions of Kal Chakra. Okay, so let me read it. Hi friends, regarding the Kal Chakra Tantra, this is 2017. What is the role of the other religions and gods in the battle against the Malacha? Do you find
Malacha means flesh eater?
one or two of the sides. I can imagine Fudu Faz having coke all over his face, eating the flesh of his Muslim brothers. Are they destroyed or converted by the Malachas? Because he's always eating their flesh by gossiping about him. So where's the bit where it's the thingy?
So you go down. It's
Yeah.
it's where there's a. It's called Crazy Man, the guy who posted it.
Oh, hey, this is a long thing, though, man.
No, I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm just gonna because there's the commentary. I'm not gonna read the commentary. I'm just gonna read the what's written in the original. So it's short. It's not that long. So it comes out. They say that it's verse 1.154 from the Kal Chakra Tantra, and it reads that it says it's in Tibetan Buddhist. So they translate it from Tibetan and Mongolian script. Okay. So they say Adam, Noah, Abraham, and the five others Moses, Jesus, the white clad one, Muhammad, the Mahdi, and with Tamas are in the Asura Naga caste. The eighth will be the blinded one. And I think that means the Dajjal, because in Islam they talk about the blinded one too. The seventh will come to the city of Baghdad in the land of Mecca, the place in this world where a portion of the Asura will have the form of powerful, merciless flesh eaters, malechas. Um, if you ask who propagated the dharma of the flesh eaters, it says that Adam, Noah, and Abraham of the Asura caste, and from the Naga, the serpent caste, and the five others, and the eighth one will be blinded. They will propagate the dharma of the Asuras, or the flesh eaters, in the cities of the land of Mecca. Oh shit, that's where I think the word Mecca comes. So you have the Mlecha, and that kind of translates to Mecca. So Mlecha means flesh eaters, and the land of the flesh eaters would be Mecca. You take out the L. If you ask what kind of land it is the place in the world where the Asura will be merciless. And how you identify them is they wear the white robes of the Asura group. So this is where they talk about the white, the white robes. So this is where it's interesting because in Islam, whenever you go for Hajj or Umrah, you're supposed to shave your head like the Buddhist monks, and you have to wear white clothing, the white robes. And it's very unusual, right? You don't really see those type of robes. Muslims don't wear that on a daily basis. They only wear it when they make the Hajj. So the wearing of the white robes, like the Buddhist monks, it comes from the Ashura group. So the Asura, if you go to Iran, if you talk about the Zoroastrian religion, they call it the Ashura Mazda. So the Ashura Mazda was the main scriptures of the Zoroastrian religion.
Dude, I'm trying to just find something. So yeah, I need to wrap the show up. What I'm going to do is to research a bit more because I actually just don't know enough. So I need to go through it. Let me just quickly prove something to Gambi. Because this little Fudu, what's his name? Nubru Pussyo Pirates is talking about doing jihad on me. And then if that's the word he uses, that's the word he uses. Like, I didn't use the word jihad. He used it. So listen to this here. Like I said, I played it before. And you can just tell him to stop.
You pussy.
Right, okay. All right, guys, calm down, man. What's going on? Relax, man.
It's coming with the energy, yeah? Tiller was coming with the energy to us. Okay, we'll honor it. If you can get your people to stop mocking our thing. Now, I said that ball is in your court, bro.
That's not our responsibility for one person's individual actions.
Whatever I've said, that's completely separate to what Faz has said. Yeah? Faz has said,
said to Killer that also, if we want to do,
where is that
has
bit?
to stop.
Exactly.
That was our point.
So these guys here are saying that not only do they want me to not go Speaker's Corner and talk about Islam, because think about me going Speaker's Corner, yeah, then they're telling me I can't film any of the stuff that's relation to Islam, even though 80% of the park is about Islam. So they want me to kind of censor myself. Then they're saying I can't discuss anything that's happening at Speaker's Corner that's relation to Islam. I can't talk about anything to do with Islam on any panels. That basically, even when I'm talking about Sikh, yeah, and stuff like that, I can't talk about the jizya or Aurangzeb or false conversions and all this. Yeah. On top of that, they're telling me that I can't do it on my own show and I can't do it. Can you not see how shook they are of the rod? Yeah, that they literally want to censor me. And like I said, unless you're willing to put a bullet in my head, you're not stopping me. So are you willing to put the bullet in the head? And I'm being serious here, Raindrop. I know you're probably thinking, Raj, you're going mad, but I am that serious about it. Like, I've made the decision, yeah, a long time ago, that I'm not going to live my life tiptoeing about, scared about whether someone's going to put a bullet in my head. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. Now, like I said, yeah, I don't say certain things and I don't do certain things after a long, you know, in a particular way that I used to. So there's a lot of things I don't do. But what I will say is that there's no way I'm going to be capitulating. There's no way that I'm going to be censoring myself. There's no way that I'm going to be doing anything here that you lot, you know, want me to do. All I would do, yeah, is that I would try my best to be the better man. Yeah, I'll try my best to be the better man. Yeah. So if I really wanted to go cunt mode, I could have done 50 shows by now going over Islam. I could have literally done 1,000 shows because there's so much to talk about. Yeah, but in reality, I've only done one, and that was about heaven and hell and how we see, you know, reincarnation. So I've been a saint in all this, man. I've been a saint. Yeah. Now, let me just play this thing about little old Nibiru pirates here, the guy that's threatening jihad.
Yeah.
So now
Like,
it's down to him.
Tiller was coming with the energy, yeah? Tiller was coming with the energy to us, to the Muslims, demanding that we stop this and that. I said, look,
Yeah.
you need to take that energy to your own Sikh community and tell them. Okay, he's like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I said, okay, look, you've come with a request. We'll honor that request. We'll stop talking about Sikhi and whatever, but only if he stops talking about Islam. I said, if he talks about Islam, then I will come back 100 times worse on the jihadi mode, and I will mock your face.
Hear that?
And you know what? That's what's
For a minute or two, if you don't mind, without you.
But only if he stops talking about Islam. I said, if he talks about Islam, then I will come back 100 times worse on the jihadi mode, and I will. But only if he stops talking about Islam. I said, if he talks about Islam, then I will come back 100 times worse on the jihadi mode. But only if he stops talking about Islam. I said, if he talks about Islam, then I will come back 100 times worse on the jihadi mode. But only if he stops talking about Islam. I said, if he talks about Islam, then I will come back 100 times worse on the jihadi mode, and I will mock your face. But only if he stops talking about Islam. I said, if he talks about Islam, then I will come back 100 times worse on the jihadi mode, but only if he stops talking about Islam. I said, if he talks about Islam, then I will come back 100 times worse on the jihadi mode, and I will.
Yeah. So to anybody else saying that, yeah, thinking that, you know, that is not something that is a borderline kind of like, you know, a threat, then that's kind of crazy. Like, what you're doing here is you're telling me I can't talk about your religion because you're going to do jihadi mode on me. What does that mean? You know, if I was to play that to the security services, I mean, what would they think? Like, if I wanted to, I'm just saying, well, say if I just clipped it and I sent it to MI5 right now, that you're going to go jihadi mode on me if I don't stop talking about Islam. Like I said to you, yeah, what you can do, yeah, is poor Jen Wallace, yeah, poor Jen Wallace. I'm actually feeling sorry for Jen Wallace. I feel like saying, Jen Wallace, come over here, come on. I'm actually feeling sorry for it, to be honest with you.
No, so let me clarify some things, right? Let me clarify something. Big up.
I feel sorry for her because let me explain why I feel sorry for you. Because like, she's like the Lochin, yeah. She's been like steadfastly defending these guys against the big bad Raj, yeah, for such a long time, and just the last couple of days, they just chucked her under the bus. Yeah, I mean, yesterday I was reading the comments. I was like, they're so disrespectful to Buddhism. Yeah, and when she was defending Buddhism, as she has a right to do, they were calling her an extremist and stuff. Like, it's sad. It's actually quite sad to see, if I'm going to be honest.
No, look, the Buddhists had a very important role in India of preserving the scriptures, because when India was underneath this invasion of the flesh eaters, a lot of the ancient Buddhist temples were destroyed. A lot of the Hindu temples were destroyed. The libraries were burned. The people were butchered and massacred. And the monks from China, the monks from Tibet, they took all this ancient scriptures and they escaped through the mountains, and they hid in the mountains to protect the Dharma. So I have a huge amount of respect for the Tibetan monks, the Buddhist orders of China, the Shaolin. Holy hell, these guys, you know, helped India before the Sikhs came. And the thing I wanted to explain to Jen, and this is a good lesson because on Amy's show yesterday, they were talking about shirk. So the problem is that in Islam, there's a concept called shirk. Shirk means you associate.
We don't care
partners
about
with
shirk
Allah.
though. This is the
No, but
problem.
I'll tell you, there's real life ramifications of this belief, and why is it such a violent thing? Unfortunately, because if you consider your neighbor to do shirk, that is a crime worse than murder and rape. It is a crime that no one will forgive, that you will not be forgiven for associating a partner with Allah. So if you're a Sikh and you're bowing to the Guru Granth Sahib Ji, if you're a Buddhist monk meditating or bowing down to the statue of the Buddha, you are worse than a murderer and a rapist in the eyes of the deen. So therefore, so sometimes people think, oh, it's just a belief. But no, beliefs have real life ramifications. If psychologically in your mind, you can think that, oh, your neighbor is committing shirk, that means your neighbor is worse than a murderer and a rapist. Then
Ranger,
that
can you
then
sing this
translates
chant with
into
me? Can you
emotion.
sing this chant with me?
What?
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We cannot be stopped now because it's Sikhi for life. We ain't
No.
going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now because it's Sikhi for life.
No, I remember this.
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now because it's Sikhi for life. Sikh Shere don't bow to sheep. We don't bow to sheep. We don't lose no sleep over sheeps. I'm doing tank bangara. Hi, hi, hi. I'm having fun, man. While these guys are like, and you guys are crying like bitches. Oh, like a Bollywood movie. You
right,
think
let me finish. Let me
hold on
explain
one minute.
why.
You think 1 minute. You think I'm crazy, yeah? I am crazy. So what are you gonna do? How can you defeat a madman? I'm not the Joker. Yeah, like the Joker. Yeah, there's no way. And Chester United is now my propaganda minister. He comes up with some great sayings, man. Like he's like the Goebbels of my thingy of my propaganda machine. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so let me. Yesterday, the EMI show was pretty good, especially when I came on. So you have to understand. So shirk, meaning if you're a mushrikeen, if you're a mushrik, that means you're associating partners with Allah, which is a crime worse than murder and rape. So what is considered mushrik or mushrikeen? It's if you're a Sikh and you're bowing down to the Guru Granth Sahib, that's a mushrik. If you're a Buddhist bowing down to the statue of the Buddha, that's a mushrik. If you're a Christian kissing the cross, you're a mushrik. And the problem is that whatever you're thinking will translate into your emotions, which will translate into action. So therefore, if you look all around the world where there's a very large, sizable population of the Momineen, there are always violence and destruction that results. And this can be traced back to the fundamental beliefs. If you can view your neighbor as a mushrikeen, which is a crime worse than murder and rape, then it becomes very easy to commit violence on that said mushrikeen. So, this is the cycle of violence that the Ummah is stuck in. And I've kind of grown, in my understanding. When I see Islam, I see it as kind of, it's in the 15th century. So, the original Salafis were actually the pilgrims. The pilgrims who came to America, they got kicked out from England from King Henry. They landed in America. They were called the Puritans or the Pure. And when they landed in America, they got kicked out.
I think I might have to welcome Jen Wellis back here because I think she might have been red pilled a bit, or maybe like purple pilled, or maybe like orange pilled. Is this the real Jen Wellis? Someone confirm.
No, but Jen, I actually want to talk to Jen because Jen, the Native Americans.
Let me just start fighting because I do. Is this the real?
Right. Let me finish. Right. Let me finish. So the Puritans were the original Salaf who landed in America because the British, the King Henry was sick and tired of them, and they said, "Get the hell out!" Because the Puritans, they were following the strict Sunnah of the Bible. They were very literalist, and when they landed in America, right, they saw all the mushrik Native Americans because the Native Americans were worshiping the trees and the rivers and the nature, and they had idols. And the Puritans lost their shit. They're like, "Oh my God, this is a mushrikeen overload," and they committed the grossest form of violence on the poor Native Americans. Huh? No, the pilgrims, the Puritans who landed in America
they were like, they were fundamentalist thingy in it, man.
Because they were they called themselves the Puritans or the Salaf, and they were the original pilgrims who landed in America in the 16th century. And when they landed in America, They
Do you know
saw
what?
them.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah,
Listen,
I have to say something. Yeah, Jen Wallace, welcome back. Yeah, welcome
Jen
to the.
Wallace has joined the dark side.
I've now forgiven Jen Wallace because I was always frustrated with Jen Wallace because she didn't see what I could see, that they have no respect for Buddhists or Sikhs or Hindus. They're mocking us all the time, and then I'll be like, okay, she's going over there, and then I'm like, okay, all right, but these guys don't have respect for our faith, but they want people to respect their faith. And so, yesterday I saw something like with the thingy, and Abu Qatada was so rude to Jen Wallace about Buddhism, and now. As a Buddhist, they love their faith the same as they love their faith. And so she just fired back here, 1 or 2 shots here. And they just freaking went mental. Oh, Islamophobe, Islamophobe. Yeah, and it's like the same with the Lokchan, yeah? Like the Lokchan has done nothing but, freaking gun for me, yeah, for 3 years here, and it's not good enough for them. All they want, yeah, is to someone put a bullet in my head or something. Yeah, that's what they want, in my opinion. They
Our
just
blood
want
is halal.
Yeah, I mean that's the only way you're going to stop me. So bitches, unless you're going to do that, then don't talk to me. I'm talking to everybody. Unless you're
No,
willing to put that
but
bullet
see,
in
the
my
right,
head,
I can
how are
see
you
a
going to
lot of
stop
so I can see a lot of parallels. So right now the Ummah is kind of, the Ummah is coming into the 15th century, okay? And because the Christians had to deal with this, but when you had the Puritans, then the Pilgrims who came from England and landed on Plymouth Rock, they basically saw all the mushrik Native Americans and they butchered them. They exterminated the mushrikeen Native Americans because they saw that the Native Americans were worshiping the trees, the rivers, the mountains, and they wiped them out because they saw them as mushrik. So these ideas are malignant.
Yeah, I
They
know
are
what you're
the
saying.
source.
If it comes to fruition in its kind of most fundamentalist form, it can have problem. But look what singing Jen Wallace is like now, the Buddhist kind of Shaolin monk. Before she was the
Yes,
Buddhist.
Jen, come join the
Buddhist like,
Shaolin order.
yes, I just turned the other cheek. Oh, don't worry. Now she's become a proper what we call Sant Sapai, which means a warrior saint. And this the thing, you have to have both here. You can't just be lovey-dovey. If someone's going to be kind of like gunning for you, and then you need to gun back here. So it's kind of I don't like people being red-pilled, but I did say it. I told her about Halima. I told her about Faz and their channel, how they're mocking Hindus, and the way they. Because I'll give you an example. Yesterday I was talking to Abu Qatada, and he said, "What do you say? Your reincarnation is nonsense." Yeah, I said, "Okay, all right. If I was to say to you right now, big up Rando, man. If I was to say to him that Jahannam is nonsense, they would have went mental." So this is the problem. They do not see what they're saying because they're going to do a month of shows here on Hinduism and watch how Hinduism, and don't get triggered because a lot of people think you're Hindu, but they're going to do a show on Hinduism, yeah. And already they're lining up the kind of like their version of Hinduism is this: marrying dogs and trees. This is how they see Hinduism. They're not going to go into.
They'll learn though, but I mean, they should do shows. I don't mind them because at least they'll learn something, even if it's the wrong thing. They'll learn.
Yeah.
They should do a show on Buddhism. I actually would really, if they
Yeah, I
learn
would
about
actually
Tibetan,
love to learn about Buddhism, man. To be honest,
yeah,
I
they
don't
should go. They
really
should
know
actually
enough.
go into Tibetan Buddhism, and these are dharmas, man. They are high IQ religions. They're not rinky dinks, okay? They're not some desert thing that came out from an environment
No,
of
no. Let me say something to
starvation,
Jen
lack.
Wallace. Yeah, you're back on the fence. You fell off the fence. Yeah, you was not on the fence for a bit. There's nothing wrong with being on the fence here. Just know that you're on that fence.
Jen, join.
At some
See,
point, Jen
Jen,
Wallace, she slipped off the fence here and she was on their side here. And like, this is what happened. I was like, okay, that's why I was getting pissed off.
Look, Raj, Jen, the Sikhs are like the Jedi Knights, okay? And you have to join the Shaolin Order. It's no more time to become a peaceful, lovey-dovey forest monk. I respect
Let me
the
tell you
forest
something
monks,
here.
but you have to join the Shaolin.
Violence has its place. How will you do? When I say violence has its place here, like if there's someone being about to be raped here, how are you going to stop them? Yeah. The thing is, you can't just say stop. Hey guys, stop. No, you're going to have to use violence in order to stop someone who's trying to commit something that's so savage. So violence always has its place here. It's always the last resort, though. And this is the thing: you should never get that twisted. That it's the first resort. It's always the last resort. But it has
You
it.
think about it, like Raj, the Sikhs, we're like the Jedi Knights and the Shaolin Order, okay? And we're fighting against the evil empire, and they're all wearing like black. You know, they're wearing the color black, like Darth Vader and all the other, you know, and these people are. It's like the Borg. They want to make everyone their way. They're trying to tell the whole. They're trying to take over and invade and make sure everyone is following their thing. So it's like, you know, we're rebels. We're gonna rebel. You know. If you show us Wulbara, the Wulbara gets reflected in turn.
Yeah, poor generalist, man. I've never thought she was bad. I mean, I know it said that she's got a dark heart and stuff. Sometimes she comes across like a lunatic. Yeah, I've never really hated generalists per se. For me, it's a bit like I was just like, dude, do you know? Open this. Nah, I need to shut the thingy, man. I need to shut the stream now. I'm not opening up the stream today. I need to end it literally in 2 minutes. Yeah, it was more of a seat kind of going over stuff. So for me, it was frustrating. You know, when I saw her talking to that demonic Halima, yeah. And I'm like, this Halima is evil on the next level, yeah. And I just didn't understand how she couldn't see the nastiness of what she was saying about, you know, other faiths and other kind of sects and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, like, can you not hear what they're saying? And that was my main frustration about it, because I knew what they thought of Buddhism. I knew what they thought of Hinduism. And this is why I say these Sikh shows are perfect, because
I love them. Oh, they're
because the thing is, it shows their true view on the Dharmic or the Sikh faith. Yeah. They have no respect for it. To be honest with you, they're too low IQ to even understand the basic concepts of where were the Sikhs? Where were the Sikhs? Guru Nanak Dev Ji's death. There was the Sikhs. There was the Hindus. Where were the Sikhs? They've asked that question for like a month, yeah. Like it's the most poignant question ever to be asked of mankind. Obviously, it's been done by the dumbest person I've ever met, Dogra. So that's the thing, yeah.
You know, the Dogras were like servants of the Sikh Empire.
Fair enough.
No, but did you know the Dogras, they served the Sikh Empire? Though. They were
I know. It's even worse. The Dogra. That's why he come to my house.
So I can answer.
He was question. Like, Raj, you are not the Maharaja Ranjit Singh. I'm your Dogra army, and I will defeat Sarfaz. He was like the Dogra army sent to my doorstep. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, that was one of the most craziest days, man. I can't even really talk about it too much. Because I don't want to get, you know, if I talk about that, then I have to talk about the whole thing. And then, you know, it's obviously, you know. And to see her live, yeah, you need to calm down, man. I don't know what's happening with See Her Live here. She's turned into a right Jareel again, yeah. Like, she's turned into Jareel 2.0. And the thing is, yeah, she's actually wearing a hijab now. She's turned worse than, like, you'd expect when someone looks more religious, they become better people. But for some reason, she's gone crazier. I don't know what's happened, man. Oh, did you hear what's gonna? So the thing is, let's read it to her. Yeah, now tomorrow, yeah, you're gonna get the show on the Sikh prophecies. Yeah, and let me say something. I'm gonna show you what's gonna piss people off. Yeah, and I can understand why you'd be pissed off, but you need to look at it like this. Yeah, you know how you have the only way I can explain to Muslims is in their own terminology. These Sikh prophecies are not. It's not 100% authentic. So. We take our Sikh holy scriptures. We take the Sikh holy scriptures, the Sri Guru Granth Sahib, as our scriptures. Yeah? That's 100%. Whatever's in there, we have to accept it. Everything else on the side, yeah, it's up to us. Yeah, up to a point. Yeah, and the Sikh prophecies, yeah, are not 100% legitimate. Some people believe them, some people don't believe them. Now, obviously, you know, it's a bit like, you know, the comparison would be, you know, the Quran you have to take, and then the Hadiths. You got some that you don't believe in, some that you do believe in, all this kind of stuff, yeah. And so this is the thing. So for me personally, I actually don't. I research it a bit more, but I've never really heard of them. I heard of them once a long time ago, and it just don't really seem that authentic because it's somebody telling what they said a long time ago, yeah. Let me just read a bit because I know, you know, she's going to go back and say, no, I'm not dropping the link. I'm not having your goddamn Jabdul Tuna on my freaking show. You crazy. You, and especially your best mates with that freaking little Gujarati little prick. Yeah, you know that Guji is in love with you. Let me tell you something, Sia. If you don't realize that Asif, yeah, wants to marry you and he's obsessed with you, then you're crazy. He will do anything for you. I guarantee you, if you said, Asif, can you sweep the floor in my kitchen? I just dropped the milk. He'd be on all floors sweeping 24/7. He's the #1 simp, yeah? Everything he's doing and fighting here is for you. I've realized anytime you have an enemy, oh, it's Asif here, Asif, oh, Asif, and he starts fighting for you, yeah, like he's a bloody or a simp in White Knight, yeah. He's a bitch of the highest order. And the day I see it, I'm going to say to you, I'm telling you straight now, the day I see you, yeah, because the stuff you said about today about my family, the stuff you said you're going to do about my mother, I swear to God, yeah, I might even swing for you. I'm not even joking with you. I'm telling you that. Record that and clip that, yeah. Because what you said today, oh, I can talk about his mother. I can, yeah, all right. You can do that next time I see you. If I ever see you, because I know what you look like, bitch. I will swing for you. Everything I practice, yeah, I'll make sure the first one goes for your face. I'm not even joking with you. Don't think you can say the stuff you said today and what you said on that recording. Oh, I'm gonna put leaflets about Raji's mother. Yeah, every training I've done, yeah, and I heard you're a little pussy old anyway, little Gujarati, little Fudu. There's never been a Gujarati that can fight. Are you gonna be the first one? I've known how many Gujaratis, yeah? They're good people, yeah? They're like the Jews of India, yeah? But they can't fight. They can't do shit. They're skinny. They're either skinny and pathetic or big and fat, yeah? There's no in between. So don't think you're going to start running your mouth towards me. Oh, I'm going to talk about his family. I'm going to talk about his sisters. I'm going to talk about this. That's free speech. That's free speech. Yeah, fair enough. Free speech. Don't worry. Don't worry. And I'm going to say it now. I'm not a free speech absolutist, yeah, anymore, yeah? But I will say to you this, yeah? If you ever come into my vicinity, yeah, anywhere, yeah, including Speaker's Corner, I'll swing for you. Straight. Not because of free speech, because you're a bitch. And that's a warning. Clip that and give it to that little trail, that freaking little bitch, Asif, the one that's in love with you. He's in love with you. I love Saya. It's like you got a witchcraft over him. Everywhere he's fighting with Halima, he's fighting with freaking this guy. Every single enemy he has, yeah, is Sia's enemy. It's like Sia, yeah, you must look at him like a right little football. You know, like these guys, yeah, that are so easily simped out, yeah. It's embarrassing. All Sia has to do is, Asif, oh, you know Halima, she's been telling that. Oh, I'll do the job. I'll get her. You bitch, this. He's a football, yeah. He's not a man. He's got no prepare, yeah. He probably can't even freaking get it up. He's probably impotent at the age of 30, yeah. He's probably freaking got no pubes either. He's a type of man that probably shaves himself from top to bottom, and it only takes him 1 minute, yeah, because he's got no hair on his body. He probably looks like a bald chimp, yeah. He's a little football, and I tell you straight now, this guy thinks he can talk about my family and what he's going to do. There will be consequences for you, bitch. Give that to the police, yeah. Give that to the police, you little freaking cunt. I'm telling you straight now, you're someone I will swing for if I ever see you. I'm telling you straight now. Yeah, I will swing for you. I'd even let myself get banned from Speaker's Corner. I'd even take the consequences of a freaking charge. But I'll swing for you straight because I know what you look like now, you bitch. Let me show you what you look like. Let me show you what you look like. Talking about I'm going to talk about his family. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Raj can't do this. Yeah, I'll do something to you. Trust me. Report this to the police, you little bitch. Here he is. Here's this little football. Here he is. Here's our little football. Here he is. Here he is. Asif. Here he is. Asif. Here he is. There he is. Thinks she's some bad man. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to talk about Raj's family. I'm going to talk about Raj's family. I'm going to talk about Raj's family. I can talk about his disabled sister. I can talk about his mother. I can talk about his father. I can talk about this. Oh, I'm going to put leaflets about his mother all over Speaker's Corner. Right. Let me just say I've reported there, and don't worry. Yeah, the authorities, yeah, are looking. Big up Raindrop, they're looking. You know I got our other channel shut down. Why do you think I got the other channel shut down? For hate speech. So don't worry about Halima, yeah. She's very dangerous. She's a nut job of the highest order. And she will definitely, if she doesn't shut her mouth, she's going to get herself into a lot of trouble with the authorities. Because I'm telling you, she doesn't think before she speaks. When you're talking about, oh, if someone says something about my prophet, oh, the Sharia would have chopped their head off. Oh, the Sharia would have chopped their head off. All right. You want to start saying that? When I clip it and I give it to the authorities, don't start crying afterwards. Yeah, don't start crying, especially when you're mentioning my name. Oh, you know, Raji, he insults the prophet. Raji insults the prophet. You know, in the Sharia, he'd have his head chopped off. You know, in the Sharia, he'd get his head chopped off. Okay, fair enough. You want to talk about that when your kids are in the background? I could hear one video. I heard their kids in the background. Yeah. They're the same kids that you nearly let drown in 2006. Yeah, you don't doubt those kids, the ones that you almost let drown today. You almost let them drown. You still haven't learned your lesson. You're still freaking like distracted, talking about madness all the time. So yeah, keep bonking, yeah, and keep talking. Yeah, the more you talk, the more your channel is being watched. Trust me, your channel is being watched now. So just be careful what you say. Yeah, she's disappeared though. Have you realized? I'm not playing that today's video on here. I'm not playing that today's video. Let the police deal with that. She's a nut job. So what they're going to get upset about in the next couple of days, yeah, and I actually don't really mind them getting upset because I can understand why, yeah. But this is not something that, you know, most Sikhs actually kind of really believe anyway. I don't think. I've never really heard of it per se. So this is where it's going to get a little bit the prophecy. Yeah, it goes, they will bring Patora to justice. They will take Peshwara. They will set up a cantonment at a top and then open the Khyber Pass. They will establish a kingdom in Kabul and then take Ghazni. After bringing Hazara to justice, they will march up to Kandahar. After taking Balak and Bukhara, they will conquer Sindh and Baloch. After gaining victory over the Zand, they shall govern all people. Mecca and Medina and Rome shall tremble. So obviously the Catholics don't really care here. So the other bit they're going to be upset about, obviously, is going to be... Oh yeah, this bit is very controversial, but I think this might, you know, I don't really believe the same. Many Dharmasalas, place of discussion shall exist. The Quran and the mosques shall vanish. So yeah, very controversial, I'm not gonna lie. Then afterwards, there's a bit here, the law. Obviously, this is where he was in Mecca and Medina, so he was talking about this. Now, that's if it's true. I personally don't believe it's true, myself personally. I would take this with a 100% pinch of salt. I don't think it's true, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Other people can believe it if they want. But do you know what? You know, it's just what it is, isn't it? Nothing you can do about it. The Khalsa shall be established. The fire weapons, the time of Aurangzeb, yeah, spit on his grave. The empire of the Khalsa shall prevail. First, they shall conquer Punjab. The other countries shall be theirs. Hindustan in the north. When they enter Khorasan, Kabul and Kandahar shall lie low. When Iran has been laid prostrate, Arabia shall be conquered and shall march on to Mecca. Mecca shall be beheld, and Medina shall be sieved. Mighty shall be rejoicing, and all shall exclaim, "Why, unbelievers shall everywhere be destroyed." Oh God, yeah. What can I say, man? What can I say? I've taken the wind out of your sails. We've talked about it now for Dolphaz. Don't give your chess moves away, bitch. That would have been a good chessboard. Would have been a good chess move. But guess what? You ruined it by talking about it. Yeah. And now I've told you what my stance is on it. Like I said, what I'm going to do, because I need to shoot now, is yesterday, I was supposed to do a show with Flexi Studios, and the Sikh Granthi, a Granthi. But what happened is that in America, for some reason, it's not authentic. Yeah, don't worry. Let them get upset. I don't believe it, so I find it quite funny. Like, I don't believe it. It's not in the City Good Gun Sahib, and it's in the prophecy. I don't believe it. I think it's too unreliable. It's just something that, it's just going to be a bit fun for them. They can cry, oh, we're going to get taken over by the Sikhs. God, calm down. So yesterday we were supposed to do a show with the Sikh Granthi. Unfortunately, America took the times backwards 1 hour, 1 week before us. I don't understand why they do that. I have no understanding why America does that. So they're 1 hour behind us right now. And so the time's all mashed up. So we're going to do it next week, Saturday at 5 p.m. It'll be a better time. But what I'm going to do, I've decided all of my Sikhi shows, are going to be done on my other channel. All of my Sikhi shows are going to be done on Raj Speaker's Corner live chat. Now, the logic behind this is because this channel has so much bullshit. It's embarrassing for me to have the Sikh shows next to the tamasha, which calls, the silliness. So what I'm going to do with the other channel, I'm going to put all the videos on private, and I'm going to have it exclusively just for the sensible shows like the Sikh show. So, you know, if people want to jump on there, they can actually thingy. What is that? Right around the rate, it's anti-Sikh sentiment. What does that mean? In the mid 1900s, there was a British rule and interfered in all religions and texts. So yeah, I don't believe that. The problem with the text is too kind of Edwardian English, or what you call Victorian English. It doesn't sound like something that the Guru would say. Guru Nanak. Remember, this is Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Yeah, this is Guru Nanak Dev Ji. This is not, you know, somebody that was warlike. So it doesn't really make sense to me. Yeah? I personally believe the text is not authentic, in my opinion. I don't really even take them as authentic. But if these guys want to take it as authentic and start crying for 50 years, they probably think I'm started the invasion. You know, Raj just started the invasion. Get ready, Raj just started the invasion. They think I'm the kind of like the person. You know, when you send out the troops in the beginning to kind of survey the land, they think I'm the now they're going to say that I'm the one you've been sent as like the forerunner to the invasion. They're probably now barricading, you know, or everywhere around the world for the invasion. Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing, yeah. When they think about Khalsa, yeah, the Khalsa doesn't have this. The Caliphate is being drawn up by Ra. Oh, God. So the Khalsa, yeah, doesn't. Now I'm not dropping the link, you goddamn lunatic, man. What are you talking about? You're freaking that little Fudu, that little Gujarati little puddi does. Freaking, he's in love with you, man. God knows what you're gonna do. He's probably sitting outside in your dustbin right now. Ah, there's Sia. Sia, I'm here for you, Sia. Sia, I'm here. You know this little pussy, yo? He could even save you, yeah, from a 5-year-old kid. Yeah, that's how much of a bitch he is, yeah. Don't rely on him. All he can talk. He can't do nothing. He's met me in real life, he told me, and he said he actually pooed himself and he had to change his nappies in the toilet. That's what he told me. And that, think about that. Yeah, he was even Raj, when I saw you in Speaker's Corner, I shat myself. I had to go to the McDonald's and change my nappies. Yeah, and he was proud of it. You can't trust a bitch like that, man. All he can do is talk like a bitch. Even his own Muslim brothers and sisters, yeah, say that he's a bitch. Yeah, he talks like a bitch and he acts like a bitch. He acts like a woman. Yeah, and this is why no one respects that Gujarati little pussy. And he always gets run about Gujarat. Yeah, in India, yeah. No offense to my Gujarati brothers and sisters. Yeah, Gujaratis are known as very hardworking, educated, and rich. Yeah, they're like the Jews of India. But they're not known for their military prowess or being good fighters or anything like that. In fact, they're known for being pussies, basically. No offense, roundabout. So yeah, I'm not talking about Triller no more. So stop trying to do the Chugniya, what we call Chugniya. I'm not talking about Triller. It's got nothing to do with Amy. Why I'm not talking about him? I gave him a particular ultimatum sort of thing. I said, look, yeah, blah, blah, blah. If you want to go that way, go that way, but I don't want you in my way then. So I have no real... do you consider Asif as low IQ? I consider him to have no balls. Whether he's got high IQ is irrelevant. Yeah, he could have an IQ of 200. But if he can't freaking, well, you know, I don't know, like, you know, freaking do anything apart from bitch on the internet, then I have no respect for the man. And when he's talking about, I'm going to talk about Raj's family, I can talk about this because it's free speech. Like I said, yeah, you can talk about what you want. But if you start running down my mother and my sisters and putting leaflets about them, I'll crack your nose in half, you little prick. Take that to the police, you little bitch. I'll make an exception for you. I'll punch you straight in the face when I see you. Take that. I'm not even joking. If you ever say anything like that, when I see you, because I know what you look like, I will literally physically punch you in the face. Yeah, straight. Yeah, I'm not even ashamed of it because I believe there's a place of violence, and that's a place of violence. If you're gonna violate my family and stuff, yeah, give that over to him. Send it and tell him to clip it. Yeah, because you're a pussy, little pussy. I'm gonna try and do a training video tomorrow if I can because I've lost 2 stone now, so the Raj has gone relatively. What does that mean? Let me just read a couple of comments before I go. And then I need to end the show. Now, someone needs to tell Nibiru pirates, yeah, to stop threatening me with jihad, yeah, because I'm telling you something now, yeah. You and your jihad talk about I can't talk about Islam because I'm going to do jihad on you. It's not a good look, yeah. It's not something that if MI5 was to listen to, they'd be like, all right, what does that mean? You don't want him to talk about Islam and jihad? What do you mean by jihad? Are you talking about jihad like Charlie Hebdo? Or are you talking about jihad like, just verbally? Like, you need to make it very clear when you talk, bitch. Let me just read a couple of things first. Oh, shoot. Sunny yes. I've still got Sunny S's drawing in the background. I can't believe it, Sunny yes. I've actually, he can't tell, but I've actually added detail to it, but he won't be able to tell you. I can tell. I'm trying to work the trees a bit. I know it's a freaking nightmare. Because this was the first one I did. And like I said, there's certain techniques that I learned afterwards that I'm trying to implement on this. Add a bit more detail here and there. He can't tell the difference. He's probably thinking, Raj, you're nuts. I can't see anything. I can't tell the difference. So random sundering method, raindrop, cognitive dissonance. Yeah, one of the most dangerous in the problems. Alright, so raindrop, after. Basically, purple effect, catches on the horse, raindrop. I'm not saying his old catches on the horse. Oh God! Don't make me the person that's the poster boy for the invasion. Could you imagine that I'm on the front of the sword and like all of them are saying, "Oh, he bullied us for 4 years. Now he's taking over." I can't believe it. I'm gonna ask you a question. Yeah, don't you find it embarrassing? When grown-ass men that are from your community are crying and bullying them. Look at the state of me. One guy is bullying them. Oh, we're victims. Oh, we're victims of Raj. They got a support group going, I heard, yeah? And it's actually in Wembley Arena, yeah? They all sit there every Sunday night talking about Raj, yeah? And Fudu Faz at top. Oh, yes, we got a new person here today. Do you mind getting up and telling your story? And everyone's like, another victim of Raj. And then they all stand there and go, yeah, my name's Sheikh One. For 4 years, Raj, I can't talk about him. He said to me, I'm not paying abortion jizya. Oh, no. I couldn't believe it. Don't worry. Sit down. Your brothers and sisters, can you hug Sheikh One and maybe touch his lulla a bit so he gets a little bit of, relief? And he has to just sit there going, and everyone's hugging him. They're all hugging each other going, we know Raj did it to us as well. And the whole of Wembley Stadium is like a freaking, a whole stadium of crying together. Counselling in mass. It's embarrassing. Like, I feel embarrassed for you, man. I feel embarrassed for you. Like, one little Sikh guy is making you a victim. Then you wonder why the Sunni Muslims are in such disarray. Yeah. Like you have a situation where you can be victimized by a fat little Sikh, in his little bedroom in his mid-40s. How is that even possible? How is that even possible? How is it even possible? I have not, look, first of all, when it comes to certain ideologies, it affects the people around them. And one ideology that is affecting people around them in the UK is a hardline version of Islam. Not Islam, but a hardline version of Abu Qatada's version. Abu Qatada is the epitome of what is wrong with British Muslims today. Him. When I think about what's wrong with British Muslims, it's him, The ones that don't think like him, I'm not saying they're the problem. I'm talking about those guys that literally say that the worst Muslim is better than the best kuffar, and on top of that, do not see no one as brothers in humanity. When you put the two together, not one of them is bad, but when you put the two together, it's a shit show of the highest proportion. The ideology of Islam, this particular hardline thought, is actually affecting people around us. We're talking about extremists. We're not talking about Muslims. I don't care if Muslims want to pray. I don't care if you want to go to mosque. I don't care if you want to fast. I don't care about none of that. I've said a billion times, I would rather someone be going to the mosque and praying than on the street drunk. Yeah. Yeah. I would prefer my people. I should be praying. I've always said one thing I've always kind of like, you know, really respected about Muslims is how dedicated they are to their prayers. I just wish I can actually get to that state. So I don't have no problem. There's all these false narratives that I said that I want to ban the hijab. I think the hijab is amazing. I love the hijab. When I see people in hijabs, I think it looks lovely. I've never once talked about hijab. Not once. The hijab and the burqa are two separate things. My mother and two of my sisters wear a chunni, which is very similar to a hijab. They have their head covers at all time. Yeah, because they're Orthodox Sikhs. Yeah. So for me, when I see people in hijab, I actually think the hijab is a lovely garment. I think it's nice. I think, you know, it's something that's, you know, 100% compatible with the UK. In the 1900s, people used to cover their head all the time. Now, when it comes to this thing, this is where they lie so much about me. They will say that Irad said, you know, especially Nuburu pirates, the jihadi. Yeah, and I'm calling you jihadi because you said you want to do jihad on me. Yeah, so sue me, bitch. This guys here are saying that I've said this and that. Now, for me, I don't have no issues with stuff, but I have issues with people like Abu Qatada, Praise Salah, Suwab, and all of these type of mentality of these guys that are very, very, let's say, supremacist in their mindset, and they don't like other groups. Yeah. Now, like I said, even though Fudu Fazi is a cunt, I don't think he's an extremist. Yeah? I don't think he's an extremist, but he's a cunt of the highest order. There's a lot of people that I don't like, but I don't think they're extremists. I just think they're cunts. Yeah, and that's the difference. Yeah. Now, when it comes to do you want to wear hijab, Raj? For me, it's not my style. I think the practical the turban is kind of like, you know, more my style. I'll leave it to you and other people like the pious Zabeda. Is it a coincidence that Zabeda and plus Sia started wearing hijab at the same time? Maybe there's some kind of like, you know, link mentally. They're like telepathic with each other. They have a real connection that when one started, the other started. It's kind of amazing, man. I'm not gonna lie, how you two you two both started wearing the hijab together. So like I said, man, I have no problems with Muslims that want to practice their faith, but I do have problems with people like Abu Qatada and all of these kind of mentality where they not only want to practice their faith, they want to be a supremacist mindset and want to separate themselves from the rest of society here. And those are the people that have a massive problem because they're going to cause problems that are going to be really, really problematic the longer it goes. Yeah, we can do it, but it has to be a neutral panel, closed panel. It'll have to be somewhere that's closed and neutral because I'm not having no bullshit. Mental health is very important. And like I said, man, like, you know, people are with mental health, you know, like obviously there's certain people I hate, but I also take into consideration. I mean, somebody's told me that Kay is mentally ill. And so even with that, I have to kind of take things into consideration. If she's been sectioned like 4 times and something, I'm not saying that she's 100%, but that's what someone told me. Even I have to understand that when somebody's mentally ill, they're crazy. Yeah? And what can you do with them? Like in the sense that, you know, they're not crazy, but they haven't got their faculties right at the time. Yeah. So yeah, I don't mind doing it, but it has to be in a closed environment. I can't have your simp bitch boy Asif jumping on there because I'll smack him around the face with my chappal, yeah, metaphorically, yeah. So yeah, certain people cannot come on it, but yeah, like that bitch boy Asif, crybaby Asif, yeah, you're a bitch Asif, man, yeah. I can imagine you, yeah, having Sia using as a you. I can imagine Sia using you as a chair. That's how much of a bitch you are. I can imagine, yeah, Sia using you as a chair. Yeah, she just sits on you. Yeah, and you're like, oh yes, Sia. Yeah, how long do you want to be? 15 hours? Don't worry, I've got nothing better to do. Sia, he's in love with you. Do you not understand this? Everyone can see it. Every time he talks about you, oh, don't you touch my Sia, my precious Sia. My name's Asif, my precious Sia. No one can have my Sia. Nobody. Sia, my name's Asif. Asif Munshi, I want my Sia. My Sia, leave my Sia alone. My Sia, my precious, my Sia. Yeah. He's in love with you. If you can't tell when a man here is infatuated with you, then you got a problem. Yeah, he's 100% infatuated with you. He loves you. He's probably thinking about you right now. He's probably talking to his family. Oh, Sia, Sia, God stop. He's going with his friends whenever he meets his friends. He goes, Sia, what? Sia, what? Sia doesn't let me talk to anyone. Sia told me if I talk to my friends, she's gonna get upset. I have to go home now because Sia's there. And Sia doesn't even care about him. She just sees him as a bitch, yeah, like he is. You know, like some women, yeah, they see some men are bitches. They're like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna play him, yeah, like a freaking little toy, yeah. And that's how Sia sees him. She knows, yeah, that this guy, yeah, is madly in love with him. He wants to do the Titanic and stand on the Titanic with Sia. He wants to freaking do the ghost thing when he's sitting on a bloody pottery wheel. He wants to do all those romantic things, yeah, with Sia live. But let me tell you something, what's it called, bitch boy, Asif. Sia, yeah, wants a man, a bunda, someone with takte, somebody, yeah, that's not a simp like you, somebody, yeah, that will tell her what to do. She don't want a bitch like you that she can use as a footstool or a freaking slap around the face and you'll start crying. No woman wants that. She wants you to tell her, go to the kitchen, woman, cook the dinner. Instead, you're the one getting told to cook the dinner by Sia. Go to the kitchen, Asif, you bitch. Cook my dinner. Yeah, no woman wants you, Asif, like that. Your simpiness and your thirstiness, yeah, puts her off and people off. Everyone's sick and tired of your bitchiness. Everyone's sick and tired of your periods. Everyone's sick and tired of the fact that every time you're fighting someone, it's from my Sia. Anybody that's attacked Sia, it's like you know, like when you got a woman, yeah, that is totally crazed about her man, yeah. You know, they're walking down the street, yeah, and a woman looks at her man, yeah, and he goes, "I don't you dare look at my man." That's what Asif's like here with Sia. Don't you dare look at Sia. She's my woman, yeah. And Sia just doesn't give a shit about him, yeah. Sia doesn't give a shit about you, you bitch. She wouldn't care if you freaking died now. She wouldn't even care if you got run over by a lorry. She wouldn't give a shit if you got electrocuted by God. She doesn't give a shit if you jumped up a building. She don't care. She wouldn't even shed a tear. She'd be suddenly going, oh, Asif's dead. All right. Who? Asif. Who? You know Asif, the one that defended your honor for like 3 years. Who? Oh, Asif, you know, that little Gujarati little puddina. Oh, him. I'm glad he's dead. You know, he's a bit of a simp. You know. Oh, no, I didn't mean that. You know, I just mean that. You know, maybe he had his time, and you know, there's only so much simping I can take from one man. Yeah. So yeah. Look at his choice again. Oh, I don't see it myself, but everybody else sees it. Everybody else sees it, but you. Yeah. Everybody else. This is what women are like. Oh, I don't see it. Oh, but you know, Asif, can you just tell you know, that person over there that's bullying me? Can you tell them to stop it, please? You know, because they're writing bad comments. And he's like, yes, I'll do whatever you want, Sia. Do you want me to jump off a building? I'll do it for you. Do you want me to put a spike through my nose? I'll do it for you. Yeah, he's proper bitched out, man. Yeah. Yeah, don't ever, yeah, think as if you're gonna get Sia alive. She's out of your league, bitch. Yeah, she wants a man, not a boy, not a bitch like you with no pubes. Yeah, do you know when they say you have to shave yourself? You don't even have to do it because you're already shaved naturally. You haven't got no pubes anywhere, including under your underarms. I've seen. Yeah, you can barely grow a moustache. Anyway, I need to shoot, man. Send this to Asif, yeah, the little bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna punch you straight in the face if I ever see you. I promise you this, because of the stuff you've said. The stuff you said you're gonna. Let me explain. He said he's gonna put leaflets about my mum about. Today was talking about my family. I'm telling you straight now. If I ever see you, I'll swing for you straight. Yeah, I'll recognize what you are. I don't care where it is. Anyway, I'm not violent though. I haven't become violent. I'm just, you know, just exercising my freedom of speech and freedom of violence when I need to. Obviously, if all ever means foul, violence is a good result, and this is the last resort with him. What? If he's gonna keep on talking about my family, yeah, I swear to God, he's gonna get a freaking rude awakening if it comes in my direction, because I know what he looks like now. Yeah, and I'm not even joking. Yeah, he does it. I think I could take him. If I'm being honest, I'm not saying I'm a good fighter or anything. I'm sure I could take him. I'll just freaking see. He won't. He'll be like walking around. Oh, Raj can't recognize me. Raj can't recognize me. As soon as I see him, ta! He'll be like, see ya, see ya, see ya, see ya. And Sia will be like, oh, good, Raj. I hated him. Sia hates you. I'm telling you, she hates you. She won't tell you. You know why she hates you? Because no woman likes a bitch. No woman wants a simp. That every time you, because the thing is, you know, Sia's a strong woman, yeah? She don't need a bitch-ass man. She needs a man that's strong and says, listen here, Jalil. Stop it. Sweep the floor. This is what she wants. Not you, you Gujarati little Fudu. Anyway, maybe you can use this to kind of defend yourself against, me anyway. Anyway, I'm off. Take care. Big up to yourself.